I'd like to thank you all for coming to my therapy session. My name is MrJ07. I'm currently streaming on the twitch.tv platform. Right next to me I have my therapist, Raul.
Yes, it's very good to meet you. Now we're going to introduce you to the next ASMR section.
Listen, we're not doing ASMR shit. I knew you were going there. As soon as you got close to the mic, I'm like, he's gonna fucking start an ASMR. I'm gonna stay a fair distance from the microphone to prevent that from happening.
First session, we're going to introduce shaking soda.
It's my soda. You're gonna make it bubble. Fuck off. Now I can't drink the soda because you just shook it up.
You're welcome. I'm stopping you from drinking too much caffeine.
I need caffeine.
We don't.
No, you don't understand. I need it.
Uh-huh.
I truly, truly do.
Uh-huh. Hello!
Hello, Ashley. Welcome to the stream. I want to die. Let's go.
No, you're not dying. Someone else is gonna die.
Let's begin.
Someone else
with
is
a
already
simple
dead.
explanation
I'm gonna
of the
die on the
class
inside,
trial.
Yeah, probably.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for
Ashley's
who
gonna
the
die on the
killer
inside, too.
is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then
Nagito's
only the
X is
blackened
extra
will
bloody.
receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong
Yeah, they're all
person,
symbolistic of how they died.
I'll punish everyone besides
Or what
the
their talent
blackened,
is.
and that person will earn
Right.
the right to leave this island.
Terra is a chef, so he had forks and knives as his axe.
Oh, no, I noticed that.
Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you?
Transform.
Monami's pissed.
You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit?
What?
Chesto!
Oof. Wow.
One more time! Jeez! How about this one? This will be my final blow!
She's tanking all this.
It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami.
Morgan's
The
gonna be
class
so
trial has
excited.
started, after all.
Well, she likes Monokuma.
The victim this
likes
time
Monami.
is Nagito,
She likes
who is
Monokuma, too.
attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
So we're still under the premise that the traitor hasn't been killed yet and it's still among us?
Yes.
Okay. Now, is that true? Well, you won't answer that.
He was killed for trying to
Oh,
reveal
you wish
the
I could
traitor.
answer that.
That traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
He doesn't have the capacity.
Don't say something so stupid! There's no way in hell I'm the traitor!
He's not that smart.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person? Or
Make your argument.
we're right into it.
4, 5, 6, 7.
It's always... Actually, I should probably read the evidence. Because I haven't...
I mean, you can pretty much guess.
Yeah. So the Monokuma file just details how he was like gruesomely stabbed and everything. Torture wounds, both of his legs were tied with a rope. Each rope was tied to a nearby pillar, preventing him from movement. Thighs were covered with glass stab wounds. On his right arm, the rope was burned. However, his sleeve looks clean, so it implies that the damage only got through the rope and didn't reach his body. Survival knife, probably gotten it from the army reserve or wherever that...
Military base, like it says right there on the screen.
Yes, thank you. The blood splatter. Yeah, that's weird. Like the blood splatter on his hand. It cuts. So his palm is clean, and the back of his left hand has a weird blood stain. There's got to be a reason for that. His mouth was covered with duct tape. Yeah, the blood splatter on his face wasn't under the duct tape. And he was desperately talking when the tape was applied. You guys have seen the spear. Sonya explained how that operates. Yeah, the life-size plushie. Huge bloody hole in its stomach as if it was stabbed. Looks more like a bullet than a stab wound, though, if you ask me. I have no idea what that is. It could be that he maybe was hung from the rafters, and that's why like his palm is clean. He may have just like slid from the girder. But I'm not sure at the moment. This, I was thinking about this for a long time. I think this is how the fire started. Because the door was barred, and we had to force it open. And when we opened it initially, that fire didn't start. So what I'm thinking is, with this lighter here, that was going to be my thing, this was the fire's origin. I think that these Monokuma panels were propped up in a domino fashion against the door. So when we pushed it open, all the Monokumas fell over, ignited the lighter, and then the lighter caught... Because the ones at the end are burned, obviously. So I think that they caught on fire, and that's what initially started this to spread. So that I was thinking about that for a while. No idea what use this MP3 player is, besides like the music it provided. Sonya account, she used one of the bombs from the military base in the ancient ruins and found out they were fake. Monami knew of this as well, so that'll be important. Monokuma knew all along the bombs were fake. He apparently never revealed that fact to anyone. So if anyone besides Sonya brings that up, besides Sonya or Monami, then I probably have to refute it with this. This is weird to me. The notebook.
I mean, everyone writes a diary.
But Monami can't write. This may be someone else's, like, falsified evidence or something. Because this is just weird to me. Also, I'm still, like, unsure of why these were in his room. No idea what that is. Absolutely no idea, as of right now. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about the poison. Yeah, it takes place immediately. Oh, I figured out. I think he may have intended to use the poison because it says that consuming it is instant death, but alternatively, it can be vaporized into a gaseous state. So that's an alternative use for that. And this was like the trader's profile. Yeah, I don't think necessarily the notebook is falsified evidence.
It said it was falsified.
Well, no, I'm going back and forth. Like, it may not be falsified evidence. It's falsified that Monami... I think at this point it's falsified that Monami was the one who wrote it. I don't think she wrote it, per se. She may very well have, and Monokuma was just trying to say, like, oh, she can't write. Like, that seems a little obvious, but it also maybe just be Monokuma trying to lure us in the wrong direction. Alright, so that's everything. I also don't know what bullets I have, so I just went through everything.
Killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
Yeah, the torture wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Already no idea. Why did the killer have to torture Nagito? Were the wounds on Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place? Really, that's all
Killer.
Actually, I guess I would just...
Didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up.
No, I want torture
I'm telling you,
wounds.
they were torture.
Legs were tied with rope. Each rope was tied to nearby pillars, preventing him from moving. Each rope was tied to nearby pillars, preventing him from moving. His thighs were also covered with a lot of stab wounds. Well, there you would think it would be torture if his wound, if Like, it's just insult to injury to stab someone's legs and then use 2 murder weapons to do them in. This just seems like torture, but... So I have...
So look at your bullets. Let's do it this way. Just eliminate what you don't need.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
The torture wounds,
So that's
the survival
why he
knife,
was
the duct
so
tape over
beat
his
up.
mouth. The plushie's probably
What were
nothing,
they
as is
trying
the
to find out by
panels
torturing
and the
him?
oral lighter.
Definitely the
So I can
bomb's
probably
hiding
eliminate
place. If
4
so,
through
the suspect
maybe even
Is
7.
whoever found the bomb
So I think
first.
like the first 3 are
That was Fuyuhiko.
so
I
torture
found it by
wounds, survival
coincidence.
knife, and duct tape. Survival knife. Stabbed in his right hand. The knife is from the military base. It's safe to assume that the wounds on Nagito's legs and left arm were caused by the knife. And then the tape just implies that his mouth was covered and that he was obviously talking.
Through the tape?
Well, no, it shows sign of him trying to talk, but... Oh, wait, but... No, If they were torturing him, why would they cover his mouth? Because if they were trying to get information out of him, why would they cover his mouth? They want him to talk. So could I rule that the duct tape over his mouth if they were trying to torture Nagito?
Okay.
I'll try that.
There's no way I'd torture someone.
I don't fully remember the answers to everything, so...
Okay,
Killer didn't tape Nagito's
summarize
mouth
what
to
I
shut
think
him
it could
up.
be.
I'm gonna try that.
I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
Yeah, that was gonna happen. Yes!
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
No, that's wrong.
You're not getting a lot out of him if his mouth is covered.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything.
Okay, there we go.
If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
Weird, it's like I thought that.
I'm prepared.
Oh, I don't want... I hate this mechanic!
Put your drink down.
I just
Now it's
realized
time.
it's a trap.
Put your soda down. It's time for soda.
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
I'm gonna put you in a trap. Stupid? I hate these so much. Why is there so many?
The spirit of gun gear.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assumed he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
I the fact that
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him,
bomb's
they
location.
duct taped his mouth shut.
Wait.
Whew, that was close, you guys.
Was that...
Thanks to me.
Did I just
you guys
miss
didn't
it, or was
get
that
caught in the trap.
incorrect?
I think you missed it. Or it could be incorrect. I don't know.
They taped Nagito's mouth after getting information from him. True, that sounds reasonable, but that clearly contradicts the truth. The reason I hate this is because it's so fast-paced, and I want to look at all the evidence I have, but in the heat of the moment, I can't, like...
Well, as long as it doesn't get to your side, you don't lose health, so you can do this as many times as you want.
Yeah, I know, but, like...
Hello, CJ.
Hi, CJ. I'll just try doing this again. If he had listened to me until the very end, I wouldn't have to go to the trouble of repeating myself.
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location.
No.
Then, after they killed him,
No.
they duct taped his mouth shut.
Okay, that was wrong. Don't call me an idiot, Soda. I can't read, like, all the evidence the 7 pieces of evidence you throw at me.
Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito
Torture?
and got information about the bomb's location.
Oh, wait.
Then, after they killed him,
Bomb's location. Only, do I have Sonia or Monokuma's account? Wait, no, but that wouldn't...
Go to Sonya?
Sonia is that she she used one of the bombs.
Press X.
Yeah, she and Monokuma knew that the bombs were fake.
So they would be the only ones besides Monokuma to know.
Yes. Just
so if someone tortured him,
Sonia, Monokuma, and Monami.
So if they tortured him, then
he wouldn't know.
No, they would know, and they wouldn't. Sonia and Monami wouldn't be the only ones to know.
But wait,
I think that's the right answer. Like I said, I don't know all the answers to this.
But do I even have?
In my mind, he's saying that after they got the information,
duct taped his mouth shut.
Duct tape, spear of gum gear, Monokuma plushie.
That was close,
not
you
oil
guys.
layers, not torture wounds.
But I don't even have. I don't have anything that relates to
Keep
bombs.
swinging, keep swinging. You're losing health. Okay.
I don't have anything that relates to bombs.
You have Sonia's account.
I didn't see it.
Pay attention. This is how it
No,
went.
I don't have
First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb. Then, after they killed him,
I have duct tape, gum gear. Fuck you. I just want to read what I have and not have to worry about what he's saying.
like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
I don't have any idea. After the information from him, that contradicts the truth.
So you're good whenever he starts spewing out the yellow, so use that time to look at all your shit.
I don't have to cut his, because that's what I have to refute against, so I don't have to worry about cutting those, which is good, because originally...
So take your time to look at your shit then.
Pay attention, this is how first, the killer tortured Nagito and got information. Then, after they killed him...
Well,
you cut it.
Yeah, well,
look at it now.
Do what?
No, I was gonna say look at it now.
Like
Stop rushing it.
I'm not even rushing it. I just want to like get away from this so that I can read what evidence I have.
Rushing because of that.
He wanted to hide the fact that he got
The game's
interrogated.
rushing me.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how first, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location.
Plushie, lighter, wounds,
Then, after
rope,
they killed him,
knife, tape, spear. Torture wounds. Legs were tied with rope, each rope was tied to a nearby pillar, preventing him from moving. So Soda's saying, killer tortured Nagito, then they murdered him. Wait, no, was it? They tortured him, got the bomb's location, then murdered him?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
No.
Then they duct taped him.
So torture, duct tape, murder.
Yes, I think.
they duct taped
Then
his
after they
mouth
killed him, they
shut.
duct taped his mouth shut.
If he was already dead, what would be the point of that?
Yeah, that's right. Tortured Nagito. After they killed him, they duct taped his mouth.
Was the file part of the things?
I don't think it... No, torture wounds were, not the file.
What else?
Torture wounds, burned rope, duct tape.
Look at the burn rope.
His right arm burned off, however Nagito's sleeve is still unclean. It still looked clean. Duct tape, spear of gum gear. Spear impaled through his stomach. Where the cord and the weight touched. The killer tortured Nagito. Okay, that much. Well, no, we just said that they didn't torture Nagito.
That's what Soda's saying.
Yeah, Soda. But we literally just said he wasn't tortured for information because of the duct tape.
Right. He wasn't tortured for the bomb location.
Yeah, so what if? But then
he still could have been tortured. It just wasn't for the bombs.
Yeah, but he was. Wait, what if? No, Didn't I do duct tape at the final one where it's like they duct taped his mouth shut? Didn't I use duct tape against that and it was wrong?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's not duct tape on the last one.
Yeah. I don't think that has any use at all. I don't think we're discussing that right now. Wait, no, that's not evidence. Each work after they tortured him. I don't know, I just hate this. I really...
I think you're just overthinking it. I would say just go with whatever you think is right and then just start.
But I literally have no idea, like, there's just so...
Take a guess!
It's so particular, like, and I'm losing health really quickly.
Take a guess, and if you're wrong, he'll give you a hint on what the real answer is.
But he doesn't do that, he just says, crap, I messed up, and says the same thing over again.
Right, which is the hint.
Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
Shut the fuck up, shut up, Soda.
You tape Naga's mouth after getting information from him. True, that sounds reasonable. But that clearly contradicts the truth. So it has something to do with
Taping his mouth shut?
after getting the information. You need to somehow
torture.
So out of the things he says, you need to break the part that says they taped his mouth shut after they got the information, because there'd be no point of doing that after they get the information from him. Because once they do that, so they're saying they killed him and then taped his mouth shut. What would be the point of that?
There wouldn't be a point. In my eyes, I assume that they taped his mouth shut initially and just killed him.
So maybe you have to break the duct tape part. Or maybe after... Or wasn't there a statement that said, like, after something?
Killer tortured Nagito after they tortured him. No, tortured Nagito after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
So you have to break after they killed him. Because they would duct tape him before he got killed.
So try and break the middle one first?
I think it'll be duct tape on the middle part. Because it shows that... Because doesn't it say, like, he, like, tried to, like, breathe or something?
Well,
in the description of the duct tape?
Yeah, the duct tape says that...
So that shows he was alive. While the duct tape was on him.
Oh, you're smart. Yeah, it says duct tape. The tape itself had lots of crinkles, as if Nagito was just really moving his mouth underneath it.
So that means he was alive during that time. So it wouldn't have been put on him after he died.
So duct tape on after they killed him, because then that shows that he's not dead.
Yes.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Pay attention, this is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito. And got him then, after they killed him.
It's fine, it's fine.
Oh yeah, I'll just let go.
Retreat. It's fine.
Damn it! Damn it!
Just take it one step at a time. Just be yellow, don't even swing.
You obviously assumed he couldn't talk, but that was the trap.
No, I have to go. I have to get
the fact that he got
Just slow down so you
interrogated.
don't get into the habit of just keep swinging.
But if you tape his mouth shut,
Very right, there's gonna be more of these.
how is he supposed to answer
I
anything?
hate this mechanic so
Pay
much.
attention,
Ruined
this is
them
how
in the second and
first
third game.
the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's
No.
location. Then, after they killed
There,
him,
do it.
Allow me to cut through those
Get
words.
out of here, Soda!
No. There's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
I had a horrible day at work. I'm gonna be loud and like salty and pissy as all hell.
what did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
Man, I hope so. Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds. Which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Like, that could be any one of us.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
We can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means, it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
No.
The killer isn't one of
Someone
us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Obviously.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
Like a domino effect.
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect.
Kiss ass.
Alrighty then. Let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is!
The reason for the fire. They're right, we need to clear that up first. I already have a good idea on how this happened, so hopefully this should be easy. Torture rooms, burn roofs, roll, duct tape, panels. It's either panels or oil lighter.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused...
I agree with that.
I just went for it.
You really should wait to the end of the whole statement.
I know, but I just felt to do
I
that.
also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
It just felt right.
I wonder.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure! A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan!
Are we not in Japan?
No, not wind
No.
pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels.
You're on an island.
Oh yeah, well, where's the town set?
A huge number of
In the middle of
tipped-over
the ocean?
Monokuma panels were found at the
Where?
crime scene, right?
There.
Thanks
It
for
looked
clearing
like
that
they were
up.
scattered everywhere, but some were laying
It's
on
off the
top
coast
of
of
each other in a
Japanoformia.
single line.
Japanoformia.
Just a
It's the
single
east of
line
Japanoformia
leading
and
from the
west of
warehouse door to
San
the fire's
Tokyo.
origin.
Duh. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Get your shit together.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
I was right.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, They fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
Do we get this as evidence? I would like to have this as a reference.
Probably
But
not.
wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
Okay.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
One more thing. The MP3 player. Right?
I see! You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Inside the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were so used to the bright sunlight outside. Within that darkness, a loud hymnal blared throughout the warehouse at full volume. You guys hear something? It's really damn loud. Does Naito like listening to this depressing crap? I'm not talking about the music. As if on cue, it suddenly started.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
So what they're saying is, we didn't start the fire? It was always burning since the world's been turning?
No. You started the fire.
Okay. You don't get my Elton John?
No, I get.
Okay, good.
I get
Good,
the
good,
reference,
good,
but you
good.
started the fire.
We didn't start the
But
fire.
those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
How it was like initially blocked or something? I'll open it slowly. It's not opening. There's something blocking the door, I can barely open it. Just stop, okay? Ashley, why are you oh my godding? Did you think of something? A mighty kick the door flew open.
Share with the font, Ashley.
So the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
Because I can guarantee you probably only got half of it.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
I don't think there's any soda left.
Lies!
Oh, I'm a liar apparently. Oh, she was oh my godding at my reference.
No.
No epiphany here, just like a light head shake. Shame.
Well, she watched the last part. Ashley, who do you think did it?
No one. I don't know who did it.
Jake thinks it's Sonia.
Yeah, I still think it's Sonia.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looked.
Get your ASMR out of here. This is a gameplay channel.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
With the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
Oh, she don't think it's her.
Of course she doesn't. I'm not even sure it's
She's
her.
smarter.
Shut up. I'm not even sure if it's her. If that door was the only entrance to the warehouse. So the problem Chiaki's talking about is... Yeah, the killer couldn't have left.
I see!
Oh!
If the panel was so close to the
You're on
door
a roll.
that it
You
could
got
barely
it
be
all of them
open,
right.
Except for like the...
Shut up! You got all of them right.
Okay.
the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Well, this has happened before in past cases where the killer will just like regroup with us.
Does that mean
and, like,
they were
we won't
hiding
even
inside?
know.
Who? We were all outside the
Right.
warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns
just
up until
escaped out the
now,
window,
I believe
or the
some
extra
kind of
door.
setup was used.
Oh. Wait.
There is no extra
You
door.
don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Huh?
You don't mean...
If that's true.
Alright, Jake.
This murder.
Figure it out.
Hajime? What do
Who
you
did it?
mean?
Who did it, Jake?
The person who set the domino effect inside the warehouse.
Shit. There's only one person who could have done it. It was inside the warehouse.
Wow, really? Already? Where are you, buddy boy?
This is my answer.
So,
What if it was Nagito?
So are we trying to peg this as a suicide? Wait, no, that'd be stupid. Because then who would... There's no way he could just set all this up just to kill himself.
let's continue.
No possible way.
Let's continue.
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't
Like-
just the victim.
It's like
Maybe.
he's lucky or something.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He's not lucky enough to prevent from bleeding out.
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
I love the confidence you have, Chiaki.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid.
Hey, you're free to go.
His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
I don't buy that for a second.
But Nagito might do something like that. Don't you think?
How does he tie himself to pillars then?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
I'm really with Fuyahiko on this.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able
up.
to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like you said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something.
How can you do what?
How could he tie himself up? Or inflict all these wounds? I have a feeling the burn rope is gonna be.
Hey, Jake.
Huh.
Quick question.
To
Yes.
actually tie
So,
up your own arms and
How many
legs.
hands do you need?
That's obviously impossible.
Tying just
That's
the
an odd
legs is
question.
one thing, but
How many hands?
tying
If you
both
wanted to tie
arms
up
would be
something or tie
impossible.
yourself up, how many hands do you think you would need at minimum?
Well, I guess the one, since the reason why...
Thank you, Zeal Zega, for answering the question already.
Well, this is what I immediately thought, because this is burned off. What if this was never... Actually, no. Well, the fire did reach here, but what if this was, like, burned on purpose by the killer or Nagito? Like, what if he just burned this to make it seem like the fire caused this thing? And then just, like...
Could've.
Because he had one free... But then... Well, he had one free hand, but then that hand got stabbed. How the hell does, like...
Let's play this one question at a time. Well, they ask you a question, then I'll answer it.
Alright, let's just see what they have to say.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
You have all the evidence already.
It'd be
Obviously.
impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
No.
Or if you use your front tail?
What the hell's a front tail?
Dirty
Take
joke!
off.
Is that a dirty joke?
Is that a dirty joke?
It is.
Oh,
What's your front tail?
we're talking about his. We're talking about his schween. If our assumption that Nagito committed suicide is correct, Nagito should have tied himself up too. That's okay, right? Unless he triple ellipse.
Triple
To
ellipse.
actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
Do I have anything
How
that
about if you
like?
use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
I was thinking about presenting the burned rope like the very first one, where it's like it's impossible, but then the burned rope shows that he had a free hand.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
Huh?
It's right there.
That's
right?
obviously impossible.
Tying Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
We're not talking about the
You couldn't do much with
Yeah,
a free
we're not
arm.
on the knife yet.
We'll get to that. That's going to be probably the
It'd be
next
impossible
question.
if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your...
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke? To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obvious,
Get rid
dude.
of the purple!
Tying just the legs is tying
Or
both
slow
arms.
it down! Why don't you slow it down?
Because I'm
How about if you use
obnoxious.
your
You forgot how to slow down, didn't you?
Nope. Hey, look, I don't take damage.
Yeah, look at that. It's like you have a skill for that.
Yeah, it's weird.
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
I remembered I can slow down. I just choose not to a lot.
To actually
You already
tie
got the
up your own
trophy.
arms and legs.
And now you...
There we go.
No,
Okay.
that's wrong.
'Cause that was my initial thought, that like the burned rope was like,
It's burned.
yeah.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
Isn't your premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
Unless he wasn't, and unless that was just placed to make it seem that way.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
Oh wait, is there? The burnt rope on Nagito's right arm is a trap. Oh right, his sleeve. Because his sleeve is clean.
It's clean. It's not
Take
burned.
a close look at his right sleeve.
This sleeve is clean.
He just wanted to burn it to the ground!
Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look
That
like
makes
it was
just more
burned in the
sense.
fire.
Haha.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
I still need both hands to tie my shoes. I don't know how this boy can tie something around his arm.
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome!
I mean,
I'll let you cop a
really
feel
did
if
was
you
just
want.
loop the rope around and then tie it in a loop.
I will have to pass, Akane.
You should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
Sonia!
That's definitely wrong.
Says the man who was gonna sell Mikon to a whorehouse, saying this is wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him take me, right?
Prostitution jokes!
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Whoa!
Hajime, you tricked me. Give me back that Benjamin.
You can take back the Benjamin, but you can't take back the feel. Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back? What the heck? Did you actually pay her? Or is this just like an advanced like money down on copping a feel? No, I agree with her. What the hell is this game?
It's Japan, and it's great.
Are you able to, you know, like, I didn't read it, but
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
that's $10,000, woman! A way to stab yourself in your right hand using only your right hand. It's okay. There's definitely an answer for this. Stabbing your right hand with only your right hand.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Not with enough force.
Is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
Nah.
Propped it onto what?
I don't think that's physically possible.
Are you sure?
This is literally stabbed into his hand. I don't think you can
Right.
prop a knife to where you put your hand... That's literally impossible. Yeah, show me. Ow! Not physically. What, so you're just saying that he just like stabbed his hand and then turned it back over? Yeah, I mean...
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
Give me back that Benjamin! Oh, right, the Canadian. Actually... Actually, a Benjamin is actually a $100 bill. Benjamin's on the 100. Washington is on the 1.
It's fine. I don't give a shit about our presidents either. So I honestly forget that sometimes.
You know, Canadian currency smells like maple syrup.
That's a lie.
No, it's true.
I don't believe you.
I have a Canadian. Do I still have that 20 up in my room? I have a Canadian 20 up in my room. Would you like to look at my loonies and toonies while you're at it?
Yes, I would.
Well, I don't have any.
Damn.
Actually, no, I do.
Oh.
I lied. Oh.
Oh, eh?
You're lucky she likes Canadian jokes.
Everyone loves Canadian jokes.
Yeah, especially Canadians.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he's going to make you smell his money. Come here, Raoul. Smell my Benjamin. No, I said no more ASMR.
Alright, come on.
Alright, if Nagito could only use his right hand to stab himself in the palm, then how did he do it?
How did he do it, Jake?
Even if Nagito's right hand
What
was
did he
free,
have? What was in the room?
how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the
But
air,
on what?
Good? Good?
Hold on, let me
I don't
read
know.
this.
I don't know.
A faint red line was on the ceiling girder inside the... No, that's not for the knife. I know what that's for. That's not for the knife.
Do you?
I think I do now.
Oh.
This.
Poison, yes!
No, that mark is for this.
Ooh. What makes you do that?
For some reason, only the section where the cord and weight touch is bloody.
Ooh.
And there's clearly blood wrapped around it. So this was wrapped around that girder, and it was weighted. So somehow it... Like, it's literally straight down.
So how do you explain the other...
Well, I'm sorry, yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. So, that will come later. The blood on the girder doesn't relate to
So
the
if that
knife.
was up there, though, how did it get down there?
It's weighted, so some sort of, like, mechanism, or someone manually just, like...
But the heavy part. So you're right. It is weighted, and I'll tell you this: it's not. It's the spear. It's the part where the pointing spear end is weighted. That's the weighted part.
I thought there was, like, a thing at the end of the...
It's not heavy enough.
Well, there's an
And
iron...
if that was heavy enough, and that was wrapped around on that top,
Well,
it wouldn't matter if the bottom part was weighted, because the bottom part would be closer to the ground.
Well,
Which
no,
keeps it suspended.
Well, the spearhead has weight to it, but also the end of the cord has a weight on it. There's an iron weight at the end of the cord.
Right, but Jake, let's take this as an example. You wrap it around this, wrap it around your ceiling girder.
Okay.
What's stopping it from just instantly falling? Even with the or if you're saying the bottom is weighted enough to keep it there, what's at causing it to fall?
Gravity.
But which part is heavier, Jake?
The spearhead.
Okay, so what's stopping it? What's stopping it from falling from the beginning?
The fact that it's wrapped up. What am I missing here? Okay.
and let
So
the knife fall.
blood on the girder isn't the issue right now.
Could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
I'm just gonna give you a hint right now. It's not the girder.
Yeah, well, I knew that. That's not a hint. That's basic knowledge I already know. I've already confirmed that the girder isn't.
Well, I'm confirming it for you.
Okay, well, thank you.
Propped
Never
it
tried.
onto what?
Now give me a better hint.
No,
If he
because
just
you
propped the
you
knife,
have it there, and
he
right
could have
there,
used his
and
bound left hand.
Truth bullets.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
So Jake, if you wanted
Even
to keep
if
something that
Nagito's
wasn't
right hand
standing
was
up,
free.
standing up, where would you put it? What would you do to keep it up? Like if you wanted to keep this remote up,
I would prop something against it.
what would you do?
Prop something up against it.
Right? Know what's in the room. List all the things that are in the room.
How could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If you threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall,
The lighter? No.
The lighter kept it.
Well, the lighter could like. But no, that wouldn't have made sense. Because that isn't enough force to just like tip over. What was in the room? There was like a bunch of boxes. There was the Monokuma panels. When the panels, no, I don't think. No, that doesn't make sense. What do we have again?
could he stab his hand that way?
Torture wounds.
If he held the knife in
Is he
his
a
left hand, he
throwing
could
knife
have
expert?
used his right hand to slam it into it, slammed it onto the knife. I don't think the left. That's a good idea, but the left hand's not an option this time, so that's kind of ruling itself out.
Yeah. Maybe something could hold the knife.
Yeah. Maybe prop it up for him to slam it down, slam his hand down.
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
So I have to agree with
And
that
slammed
statement,
his
but
right
with
hand
something
down on
else.
Maybe.
Propped it onto what? If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
What?
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily.
I don't see any other reason for like why the plushie is noted here.
Go to the plushie.
A life-size. There's
Blood on it.
a huge bloody hole. Like that could be it.
There's a hole and it's bloody.
Yeah, this never made sense. I think it might be this. But how do you prop up a? I don't know. Maybe.
Cup your hand in a circle.
Okay. What did this solve? Yes. But like, why with a plushie though? It's only with one hand. How does he? I'm just gonna present the plushie on like he propped it up.
We don't know if his left hand
Jake,
can
if it's
even
not the
reach his
plushie,
right
what
hand.
else are you gonna fucking use to hold the knife up?
Your hand. Stop looking at me like I'm an idiot. I know.
So ignoring common sense, because you're right, you probably could use the left hand, although with it extended all the way and not being able to fucking move your body that much,
Yeah.
you can't really bring your left hand even closer. And if the knife is pointed up like this, can I fucking reach my left arm?
No.
Okay then. And this right hand's the only one free, Jake.
Yes. So. Yes.
For God's sake, just present the damn thing.
I don't know what you're getting at.
Even if Nagito's right hand, how could he stab his...
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way? Is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Okay.
I agree with that.
Either I need to open my brain or you need to start explaining things better, because I didn't get it.
The life-size
I don't
Monokuma
need to explain
plushie.
anything, they'll do it
He
for
must
me.
have used that to prop the knife.
What do you prop the knife in the? Did he just like stab the plushie and then just? I don't.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach.
Excuse me for being an idiot.
He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it
With
up.
the hole, with
Then
the
he slammed
fucking
his hand
hole in the
onto it.
plushie!
Listen. He inserted the knife handle into the hole to prop it up, then he slammed his hand onto it. I'm sorry, I'm not seeing the visual. Like, no.
There's a goddamn hole
Hold
in
on.
the plushie!
I see there's a hole in the plushie.
So he put the knife in it with the blade sticking out.
So from the back, he inserted the blade. And
Either
then,
that, or you just put the damn blade into the hole, because it's the bottom that can fit in the hole, and the hole will just hold it up. We're saying hole a lot, but it's okay.
I'm just so.
If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
I guess just in my head, it's not registering that looks more like a bullet hole than a
Jake,
knife hole.
So that's a big hole. I'm gonna say that now.
Yes.
So imagine this is the hole in the plushie. My hand that's like kind of in a hole shape. That's
Yes.
The remote's the knife.
Yes.
Imagine this part's the blade.
That's the blade.
And this is where the hilt is, where my fingers are.
So he puts
it there. The hole is big enough to hold the blade up, and the hilt's also supporting it. So the hilt's stopping it from sinking all the way down. Now the blade part is still showing. So all he has to do is slam his hand on the blade. It gets stuck in his hand because it's a pretty sharp knife. He pulls it up, and there's blood on the hole. There's blood on the plushie. The hole's still there because he created it. He throws the plushie away, and he puts his hand back down with the knife still in his hand.
Okay. Even my girlfriend's like, Jake, listen to yourself.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I gotta remember to flip this. This whole thing.
I see. So that's the trick.
CJ,
Thank you, CJ.
I hate
Thank you.
CJ, I hate you.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is
You're the
super
child that tried to stick
scary.
the square in the circle,
It's
weren't
got
you?
the same fear factor as a dog whose hair grows too
Curse you,
long.
round hole.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
But it didn't.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito.
Yes.
If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
Yeah. Because he has godlike willpower to withstand a spear in his stomach.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Speaking of holes. Oh, God, I'm 12.
I'm sorry.
Then you remember to clip that too.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Can you go into detail?
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it one more time. I need to record.
What is this game? What even is this game?
Bastard, you better cut it out.
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stab into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that.
I also
To
agree
think
with
that
that.
one
And I
of
also
us could
disagree
kill
with
someone
that.
with such
For
cruelty.
reasons.
I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone.
Oh!
If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Oh.
Monome's sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course, that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
Oh, Chiaki.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
Is it? though?
Is it really?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
That's my girl. Huh?
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now.
Everyone working together.
She's right. We made it through several ordeals up till now by doing that. Then, even now...
Alright, let's do this.
Make your argument. You don't remember the subject, but it's probably like how did he spear himself?
None of the things that I want, though, are here.
How did he throw himself a spear?
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
Ding.
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth?
No.
Or maybe he used his front tail.
Again?
I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
What are you saying?
A blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
What the hell is this game? Stop talking about front tails. If Nagito committed suicide, then he must have used that spear to stab himself. Even if his arms and legs were tied up, there's no doubt he used some part of his body. The only thing he could have used is... his front tail, of course. Of course! Of course!
How did...
Let me look at the left hand thing real quick. Why?
Because Danganronpa.
Yeah, blood was splattered on the palm of Nagito's left hand. The splatter cuts off in the middle of his palm. The back of his left hand has an unnatural blood stain that only above... almost like something was wrapped around it. So I could have, like, where Soda's like, that rules out his left hand. I just submit this and say, like, no, we have evidence that something happened to his left hand.
Nagito stabbed himself with a...
Yeah.
Let's work together.
When the spear stabbed Nagi, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
Yeah.
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
That's the slam button. Oh, what?
No, that's wrong.
I hit, like...
Maybe he used his foot.
Maybe he used... like, I hit, like, the minuscule point.
Hold on. It's still too early
He's
to dismiss
secretly
the
the ultimate
possibility
psychic.
that he used his left hand.
Don't you dare bring Yasuhiro back into this.
It's just psychic, not fortune
Why?
teller.
I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
And is that part of the stream where Ashley figures everything out and Jake's still wondering?
Ashley's writing in all caps. It means she knows something.
There was something off about his left hand. There's a bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain, but it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit.
Jake is now trying to imitate what could possibly happen to a left
If there's
hand.
blood on his
All
palm
his blood, not
and the
certain
back of
parts
his
it.
hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
Now his left hand doing when the blood splattered. What was his hand doing?
Yeah. What was it doing? What was it doing? It was hiding. Haha.
I see.
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Stop! Can we drop this?
Here's the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear!
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild.
Ashley, I know.
He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right. That's the problem.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
I love her.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear. I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
What section, Jake? What section? It was the blade, wasn't it? He held the blade. It's the shaft. Because he was holding his front tail.
I see!
We're dropping that.
Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Yeah, just about.
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left
I'm gonna
hand.
fix this setup just a tiny bit.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
Why are you just...
You're not gonna say he
Because
gripped
it's not
the
fixing
tip
it
of
all.
the cord, swung
Oh,
the spear
oh.
around, and stabbed himself,
Move
right?
you up. Bring the mic closer to you. Alright.
That is
There
where
you
the
go.
clue to solve this mystery resides. Right,
Because it's no
Chiaki?
fun if you find out the answer before you find out the answer.
I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not
So?
be solved that easily.
If Ashley or anyone else has any questions or anything to you, I'll relay it
Nagito
to
was
you.
gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. From there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
No.
At a time like this. How about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a mouthful.
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time? What does that mean? Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So if it's just before that... Could it be? The state of the spear and the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord attachment. If I put those together and think of... Oh no, am I logic diving? I mean, Hangman's Gambiting. I'm Hangman's Gambiting, am I?
I don't remember. Probably.
I'd prefer a logic dive right now over a Hangman's Gambit. Okay, thank you.
Logic dive.
Thank you.
Go snowboarding.
I'm going snowboarding!
Ashley says she knows how things work.
Oh, does she now? Alright, that's how you accelerate.
Go!
That's brake and that's
Go!
That's jump.
Faster!
No,
Race to the finish.
the last time I tried going really fast, I hit a lot of things.
Race to the finish.
Ooh, this isn't Smash Bros. This
know
isn't
that.
this isn't classic Smash.
Good. Faster!
All right, question: Where was
Where was the spear just before it impaled Nagito?
it was above him?
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Are you positive?
I'll find out.
Good, you don't die.
Okay. What is that? Woo! Woo!
Don't touch it.
I touched it.
Don't touch the thing.
Don't touch!
D, no! Stop that!
Woo! Oh god. Oh god. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Faster!
Ah.
Faster! Faster!
When did this turn into an obstacle course?
Go Xanic! Go Xanic speed!
Fucking.
That's not Xanic speed.
Shut up! I can't focus.
Question 2.
Besides the spear, what else was above Nagito? Stealing girder. A stuffed plushie.
Could have been stuff flushy.
It could have been sprinklers.
There's a lot of sprinklers.
Okay,
But none above him, because he's not wet.
well, now we're just putting,
You didn't notice that, right?
yeah, he's not wet, yeah.
So the sprinklers couldn't have been above him. Because his clothes are dry.
Right. They weren't directly above him, at least. Why'd you go so far to the right? Is that taking away my health?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Not that much, but it adds up.
Yeah, it certainly does.
Jump!
Yoop! Yoop! Alright, last one.
Question 3!
What item connects both the spear and the ceiling girder? The rope on Nagito's right hand. Oh, the spear's cord.
Don't forget, you do have a time limit.
I know, but I'm just about to wrap this
You have
up.
2 hours and 40 minutes.
It's all coming together.
Oops! Wow, I just skipped
Rainbow!
that. I just straight skipped that.
It's all becoming clear.
The
Don't pay
spear
attention.
impaled
Oh.
Nagito as he was laying face
I
up.
got track cover.
It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular. In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
Listen, he was lucky, not
That'd
psychic.
be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support.
We're really painting this as a suicide, aren't we?
He hoisted the spear directly above him.
You don't think it was?
And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
More and more
The blood
I
on the
look at
cord
this.
probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling.
What?
Oh, suicide's becoming plausible, but
So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He
I don't.
probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that.
It still
If
doesn't
someone
like.
else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was.
What if we're just overthinking this entire thing?
Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide?
CJ asks, are you sure it's a
Every
suicide
single
or
wound
is
on
it
his body.
set up? Or is
That
it a
was all
setup?
him?
I'm starting to think it's a setup because this is wrapping up far
Not
too
just
easily,
that,
far
he
too
did
early.
all that while he was gripping the spear?
But set up by who? Ooh.
That I don't know.
That
Why, man, I thought
spear
you said
should
it was
not have
Sonya.
stabbed Nagito until the very end.
I thought you said it was Sonya.
Which
You were
means
so sure
Nagito
about that.
wounded himself
up.
while he was gripping that spear, right?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
La 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 la, stab, stab, stab.
He probably
Stab
covered
my
his
leg.
own
Literally.
mouth so we
Stab my
wouldn't hear
leg.
him
Literally.
screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
Also, I'm pretty sure just by looking at this, he's already stabbed his right hand that's holding
Yeah.
the spear. I don't think his muscles or his tendons would be able to, like, keep that held up.
Well, you probably just cut it.
What, cut the...
His arm. Well, it's not on his hand. It's not like on the upper part. It's like on his like.
Yeah,
forearm.
I know, but still, like, that's some muscles hurting.
Yeah.
He was
I mean, you
probably
could
trying to get us to make a
through it.
mistake.
It's not a deep cut.
No.
By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was
Actually,
trying to
he's
steer
going,
us toward the wrong answer.
Bang.
Was to get us all executed.
And that's why
Ah!
he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
You're telling me.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Yes, it is. I'm starting to feel a little sympathetic toward him. Stupid of me. I completely underestimated his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took.
Malice.
I'd forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
True.
He tried to make us doubt each other, and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion.
Not so
Bastard
soon.
Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
We have so much evidence we haven't even used or considered yet. I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but... why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is? Or...
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
no.
What do you think,
As she says his
Connie?
face, this feels way too short.
This is way too short.
There's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You're right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Well, the outcome would make
Then
sense if you think
it's
about it. If you
okay
compared
to end it
Danganronpa 1,
here,
I mean, there
huh?
was a suicide there.
That
so.
means we're done with this last class trial, and
No.
we can leave this island,
We're
right?
not done here.
What do you mean?
We are
It's
the...
okay to reach such a
We
happy
get
ending,
here, we go
right?
get ramen, we can enjoy the rest of the night.
Then
This is
it's
the
okay?
farthest from here.
It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer?
No.
Understood. Then voting time.
No! Hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more.
We're
I
going
can't help but feel
overtime.
like there's still something we overlooked.
We didn't even get
Like
our
who the
intermission
traitor
yet.
is?
True
But
that.
the issue here is who killed Nagito, right?
So we're not even done
if we
halfway done the
identify the
trial.
traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but
The
Alright, as long as
mystery
you nail these
isn't
next
just
parts,
about
it's
who the
pretty fast.
traitor is.
As long as I nail it.
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one
point
thing
of fire.
that doesn't make sense. And it relates
Well,
to
the point of the
Nagito's
fire was
death.
to eliminate evidence, we thought.
Plus,
Mm.
it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Is she gonna bring up the book? Is she gonna bring up the...
Why should bring up the book?
or the diary, maybe?
Why?
I don't know.
You're gonna keep going? Here, I thought we were finally finished.
Piece of evidence that even he couldn't mess up.
Mess with.
He couldn't mess with.
What can he mess with?
That's all related to the trial, so I don't think it's any of that stuff. It's gotta be some one of these new things here.
It doesn't have to be a new thing.
I know it doesn't have to be a new thing, but like I don't know what he possibly couldn't.
So if he was tied up,
Yeah.
what couldn't he mess with? And not injured as well.
That was probably already like pre-laid. I feel like it has to be new evidence. Like I don't know. Something related to Nagito's death. A piece.
So it's related to his death.
That-
something that's what happened there
that he couldn't mess with.
that he couldn't mess with in his situation, in his state. So while he was tied up, holding everything and not able to move, something was there that he couldn't mess with.
That was
Otherwise, it would throw out the plan.
Yeah, that was self-inflicted. That he used himself. That he also used himself, but he couldn't really mess with that once it was done.
That was busy holding the.
That was busy holding the spear.
That was already over his mouth.
That was already over his mouth beforehand.
That was dangling above his stomach.
Yeah, that was pre-laid by him too.
That was
that he tried to get rid of.
Yep. That was only a cause of the spear falling.
Yeah. We assume he pre-laid this, right?
Something you couldn't mess with. So something that was away from his body.
Well, this was
that he couldn't mess with.
These guys were pretty far from his body.
Got a minute. Running out of time.
Crap! That was kind of just like instinctive. We haven't even like touched on these guys.
Welcome back, Immortal.
If it's related to his death, I feel it like already has to be in the room, but like I don't know what doesn't add up. Because most of the things like near his body or like part of the killing were intended by him, I assume. So that rules out like a good chunk of like the first half of evidence.
Only tips when he asks for it, guys. Otherwise, don't say anything. Just let him figure it out.
Yeah, theories are more than welcome, but flat out answering if you know what it is kind of like ruins the mood of both me as the player and as the audience watching who wants to keep the mystery to themselves.
That's why I'm here to moderate those tips.
Fire's already that just caused the fire.
You're so close.
I'm so close.
You're
what by
so close
by hitting that?
No, I mean you're so close to figuring it out.
You don't even know what my thought process is.
You're close when you select. I'll give you a hint. You're close when your theory, your line of thinking of choosing the MP3 was right, but it's not the MP3 player. So it has to be in the room.
Yes.
It can't be anything. It's related to his death.
But it's not anything close to him.
Because it's something he can't mess with.
Yeah.
So it has to have been something that he could have just set up and not touched.
Crap! It's not those, it's crap! I'm just literally burying myself right now. I don't...
Want another hint?
Maybe, yeah.
So, it's related to his death. but the problem with this part is that they don't really explain that. If I and this is me assuming I know what the answer is. It's not really explained that well. But it's something he had available to him.
So something in his immediate area?
No, not like
something he had come into contact with.
Yeah, at any point.
Was it at the crime? Like, am I right in assuming that it was present at the crime scene?
Yes and no.
Fuck you.
Try down. Try that.
The poison?
I don't remember what. I guess I don't. This is me assuming.
Crap.
No, it's not the poison. Okay, so I don't remember what the specific answer is. I know it's.
Alright, so I've used 4 pieces of evidence that have just dug me into, like, well below my health. Half my health. This'll go by real quickly. Go by real quickly if you don't mess up. Look what I'm doing! Something related to Nagito's death, a piece of evidence that even he couldn't mess with. It just goes to this.
Did you try the dominoes?
Yeah, I already tried the dominoes. I've tried Monokuma panels, oil lighter, MP3 player, and whatever you just told me, the poison. Well, I would assume this.
Press X on that?
On this?
Yeah. File contains 16 students.
I feel like that's a blatant, like, tip, too, where it's like, looking at this won't help identify who the traitor is, but what if in actuality it will?
Try it.
Crap! No. I'm just gonna dig my hole a little bit deeper.
You want that hint from the chat?
Yeah.
Alright, Moro, give your hint.
Help me!
Oh, there's a cat. Don't look.
Help me! Help me! Chat!
Now he's asking for the tips.
Well, there's a delay, so...
I know that.
Okay.
It's not that much of a delay.
Help me!
It's like a few seconds. It's like a minute or so.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Gypsy! Can you please be quiet? I'm streaming. Come here. Sit down or shut up, please. No, that's the opposite.
Oh, he said poo hoo hoo hoo. That's the hint.
So plus you already did the panels his account? No, that's... Even he couldn't mess with. Emotional on the bombs were fake, however he apparently never revealed the fact to anyone.
Can't mess with Monokuma.
He apparently never revealed the fact that the bombs were fake. But... wait. But no, now we're just bringing the bombs back into the issue. I thought the issue was like his death we were discussing.
No, you're trying to figure out what's wrong with the fact that they're trying to label it as a suicide. Try it.
Crap! Nope.
So it might be the plushie.
It's either the plushie or we die.
And... tomato, tomato. Zeal said, what about the case file?
The Monokuma file or the Academy file?
Probably the case of Monokuma file.
Yeah. I mean, he couldn't mess with this, per se.
Sure.
Probably gonna die.
I see!
I'm not dead! Oh my god!
You're allowed one game over during your first playthrough.
Yeah.
I know.
That's
multiple.
it.
I know. I died last case trying to figure out where the fuck the octagon is.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
Well, not so much.
There's always that 1 or 2 bullshit questions in every
Yeah, I know.
Dangan game.
Find the octagon. I don't know.
Dangan 3 has a lot of bullshit questions, especially if you play on mean.
Well, I'm not playing on mean.
You should. It's more fun.
I don't. But I.
You get to really stretch those brain muscles.
I hate doing that though.
But But yes, you can't mess with the Monokuma file because it happens after death.
Yeah, you can't alter this at all. This was my initial thought, but I'm like, that just seems weird. So I'm glad that I'm down like 6 hits, basically like doing escape the room murder mystery logic, where it's like equip that to that, equip that to that. That's what I do in Phoenix Wright when I have no freaking idea. I'm just like, okay, that and that. No? Okay, that and that. No? I died. Reset. Okay, here's where I left off, because I'm just that much of an idiot. Body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Multiple stab wounds in each of his thighs. There was a laceration on his left arm and that can peel through his right hand. Yes. This is part of the Monokuma file that Chiaki's worried about is... What's hidden in the Monokuma file? It better not be. I hate you so much.
What was the question?
Oh, what the hell?
What's the question?
What's the about the Monokuma file?
Read what the Monokuma file says?
I can't.
Yeah? Can't press start?
I can't access my thing right now. I'm literally locked into this.
So it's a three-word answer.
There's so many letters.
The middle part's probably of...
Oh no, this is...
Oh, I know what it is.
This is stressing. This is stressful. I can't look at that. That is literally so stressful. There's like a bunch of things on screen right now and I have no idea.
I know what this answer is. I think. Well, how many letters is...
There's two. I'm literally freaking out at all those letters. I legitimately am freaking out on how many letters.
Too much shit on screen. Too much shit.
Oh my god.
Okay, so think of it this way. So what's wrong with the Monokuma file? It's 3 words long. There's 2 letters in the middle part, so it's probably of or in.
Oh, the time of death?
No.
Something of death?
Probably. I don't know the answer. But the first word is too long for time.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
CJ, you just got to this part. No, don't give me the answer.
3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm losing so much fucking. That's not even pausing. Something of death. State of death?
I'm trying to remember what's also in Monokuma because I don't remember.
Nope. I'm just gonna kill myself.
Did you just say something? Did you just try something?
No, state.
Oh.
I was trying to...
I thought you actually tried something.
I'm gonna kill myself. Cause.
There you go.
Cause of death. I'm dead. Oh my god.
So close.
I got it.
Fuck!
Let me pull this knife out of my chest. Everyone's going to die. You've seen this already before. Oh, poo, 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 poo.
Ah, you suck.
How'd you make it know I was going to be killed? You want to retry? Yes.
We'll never give up.
Full health. Fuck you. Now, you illiterate fuck, let's learn how to spell the alphabet.
You illiterate fuck. Spell it faster.
I can't. There's too many.
Oh yeah, so many. Oh, you don't need the L. Just gonna get rid of the L.
Yeah.
Press triangle on. Yeah, there you go.
No, triangle submits it.
Get rid of this. Get C. Get C. Wait, so can you just destroy him flat out?
No, I can take one, but... Oh, fuck it.
There's an A. There's your A.
So much shit in here.
You get that, and you get that.
So many things.
She just said, Jake, get rid of the stuff. Be fine. You know what I think we need after this?
What?
Bullrun.
There's so much shit going on.
That's what you need.
can't do ramen. I'm making cookies. I told you this already.
We got Sunday.
I didn't need to submit that.
Hey, is that right down?
Just give me an H.
Oh yeah, you're not focusing at all.
You can focus in this?
I thought you knew.
You tell me on the final case I can focus during Hangman's Gambit? No one told me that!
No, you didn't know.
I don't think the tutorial even told me that!
I mean, you can focus on everything. No. Even in duels and the
no one told me this!
Logic dive and duels and...
You can pause and logic dive!
I think you can focus.
What the fuck?
I think focusing is just slowing down and logic diving.
Chapter 4 I learned I can fast travel on the map, but maybe the last chapter I learned I can focus on Hangman's fucking Gambit! I'm literally livid!
You never asked. You never asked the chat. You never asked me, you never asked chat.
I just tried to kill myself with soda. Get your hand away from my
controller.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was a cause of death.
Yes, it was a
Maybe
spear.
it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma,
He lost all of his pink blisters.
I plead the fifth!
Fifth.
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
You're saying something now.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death?
Apparently.
Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
Are you saying that this 4.5... Wait, no. This hour, 37 minutes that I have been playing and also risked my life on...
It's only been an hour and 30?
Yeah, it's only been an hour 30, and we're back to square one.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's
That's
death
alright.
a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
Are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here? Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do,
You're
you
not
guys?
friends with that
Should we
psychopath.
proceed with the
Never.
vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe.
You're right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
God, I feel like I'm reading 12 Angry Men.
Just to be safe.
One opportunity.
Guess I have no choice.
Get it right till you all die.
If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
It's 12 Angry Men minus, like...
Half of them?
Yeah, minus half of them. It's 6 angry high schoolers.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma, you heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait.
Oh, boo-hoo.
We've come this far.
Rather,
Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Oh,
Aww.
splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
All your hopes are united, no despair can shake you, huh? Now that I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. Then this situation we're in might be the thing Nagito wanted us all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. And there goes half time, folks. We'll be right back after a commercial break.
Just another hour and a half, and you're done.
No!
My heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was gonna start, but... Well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it was gonna happen. We haven't done this bit yet. Most of the players probably figured that out too. You're the only one who didn't know. Isn't that right, Mon Ami?
Ellipses.
Hey, how much longer are you planning to sulk? Let's get along like we always do.
So Jake, do you think it was not suicide?
I have yet to prove that.
But here's the thing.
Alright, you passed.
If it's not a suicide,
That means
one of you killed him.
That means it's a murder. Mon Ami and I are the bestest of best friends.
Which means you have to kill one of your friends to figure out who did it.
Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now.
Enough! Why do I have to be hated all the time? Besides
the fact that you snapped at me like that, I don't trust you at all. Not even a teensy tiny 1mm bit.
how sad.
I'm surprised at no point did you ever have Morgan over here to voice Morgan.
Yeah.
Not even once.
I know.
You're not even my brother.
It is sad to live a life without friendship. That's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys.
Well, there may be some demands for that. I fell for it. I totally took the mandate.
Alright,
High
save.
school rom-com with just guys. Ugh.
Headache coming in 3, 2, 1. Action.
Resume!
Headache.
I'm Monami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say. Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now.
Mine's full of caffeine and regret.
Isn't it just stuffing? It should be stuffing.
Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome.
Actually, I think it's still a suicide, but there's more to it.
We shall see.
That's
Leos
why
also agrees.
I'm gonna fight too. I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation.
This should be more.
I wanna die in the fire.
Me too. This should be Morgan's theme song.
This should be Morgan.
It's like burst.
Every time she joins PSN chat, she just has this blaring. Morgan, do this.
She's not in the chat, I don't think.
No, but she's gonna watch this later.
Yeah.
Probably.
That's basically it.
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this?
Got it. Done.
In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
Are we finished already?
I feel like... it's possible that we overlooked something.
Yeah, like half the evidence we haven't used.
Overlooked, huh?
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly! We should cooperate at a time like this.
Fatal wound that wasn't the spear. We don't even know if it actually exists, but if it does, we need to find out what it is no matter what. So many things!
Too many bullets. Too many bullets.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's
What
not the
else
knife
could
in
it
his
be?
right hand, right? It's not the other wounds,
Think about it,
right?
it's pretty obvious.
With all those wounds. Maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
If it's something that can't be seen,
Oh, okay. I guess you just missed that.
You missed.
Maybe he choked himself with a sleeper hold. Or liquefied his guts with a body blow.
Just thinking about it, that's already a horrible death.
I think it's what Sonya said with the poison.
Let us consider a
It's not the knife in his... It's not the other wound. With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled?
There's no way he burned
how?
to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen? If it's something that can't be seen,
Maybe he choked himself with, or liquefied his gut.
Just thinking about it, that's already a horrible death.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
Beat goes back.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Maybe he simply
I've heard
bled.
this so many times. I don't even know what
There's no way
It's just some random rapper saying things.
was the cause of death something that cannot be
Slow
seen?
down, slow down, slow down.
I agree with that.
But how did he get the poison?
Through the air?
But how?
That's a good question.
That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
Poison? It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember, when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin
There are
like
no
that
bubbles
doesn't
in
relate
the
to the
case.
case at all.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
You're looking like your brain's trying to think.
No, a thought crossed my mind. It sounds really dumb in theory, but I was thinking.
However, it's
Oh,
common
sure,
for
fast.
blood blotches to appear on a body that's been
Put it on
poisoned.
auto.
Well, no, if I put on auto, I don't want to talk over them talking. You know when we had grabbed... I know I didn't investigate the back room beforehand, but those, like, fire grenades... I originally thought, like, oh, this is gonna be really weird if the killer put, like, gasoline in these, and as soon as we throw it on the fire, they blow up. That poison can be released in the air. What if those... No, that's stupid, because it... Because then if the poison was put in the fire grenades, then that would release the poison into the air. But then that would contaminate the entire area. But alternatively, there's also the smoke from the fire, and then the sprinklers went off. I don't know if that would mitigate the poison entirely. But it just seems weird, because, like, if he died from poison, it takes time for the poison to set in once it's put through the air. It's instantaneous when it's ingested. That's what it says, at least, on the...
Did it?
Yeah, the poison specified that drinking it is instant death, but once it's out in the air, it takes time for it to act. Takes effect immediately. Handle with care. Very dangerous when vaporized in a gaseous state, is heavier than air, breaks down in minutes. Susceptible to hydrolysis. That's water. So it is possible that those fire grenades could have been filled with the poison, because then the water would just mitigate it. Okay, I kind of got the ball rolling there, but I don't have anything to back this up, but I think that's something at least.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
What does that mean?
But even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
And this is when the hardtail appears.
I thought we were done!
You're totally overvaluing that tail.
His mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible.
Unless it was put in through the air.
Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Are there any left?
Hell no. No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear.
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him.
Then can you really call the key blade a blade? It's more of a key club.
Oh yeah.
Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
The way the poison entered Nagito's body, the answer is written on the warning label.
Logic dive.
Okay, at least it's a logic dive. I can't handle any more Hangman's Gambits.
Go. Two questions.
I'm gonna test this.
2 questions.
No, you cannot pause.
Oh, you can still slow down.
Well, you can slow down, but you can't concentrate.
Dodge. In the middle. Left. Oh. Not far enough.
Apparently not. That was too close.
If you're eyeballing it, you should be looking at where the platform, where your square is.
Gotcha.
The square he's on.
Gotcha.
Ugh.
Alright.
Question 1.
Let's see what's the poison in one of the effects of Nagito. Gas.
Solid, liquid, or gas?
You forgot the last one, plasma.
What's lightning? If poison was made into lightning, we'd be all screwed.
Fuck lightning, that was a horrible Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, another one!
The music was great. The music was great, though.
Well, it's Final Fantasy, it's gotta have good music. Oh, you see that shit?
Yeah, no idea how to make that.
I had a prayer. We'll give it a shot. Oh, we're halfway. Oh, shit.
There you go. There you go.
Listen, I'm trying to have a little fun here. Woo!
Oh, why'd you do that?
I don't know. Maybe. I gotta stop. I'm trying to keep it entertaining. We'll just play it safe, I guess.
I mean, you can make it entertaining if you're good enough to make it.
If I'm good at that's the real question. I'm not Tony Hawk. Question 2.
Question 2.
How the poison entered Nagito's body through his mouth, through his nose, through his wounds.
Oh.
I actually.
You're so close. You better make a decision. Make a decision.
If it's gaseous, I guess. Or could have been his nose. Actually, could have been his nose. Actually, it was his nose. Oh! Fuck. Through his nose.
Correct, because his mouth was duct taped, and you can't get poison from his wounds.
Excuse me. I'm having fun!
Here, I found that one. And this one. Oh, it's speeding up! Rainbow!
It's all coming together!
So he inhaled it.
Yes! Yeah.
Does this closter like
What if
chloroform to
instead
you?
of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label.
Highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized.
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
Which is exactly what I just brought up. Hydrolysis?
I see! The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
It neutralized the poison.
It also helped that Monokuma didn't let you go in.
That's also
Immediately.
true. That's also very true.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
I meant to do the whole tapping my head, but I accidentally I fucking just punched my glasses with the side of my fist. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air, it breaks down in minutes, and is susceptible to hydrolysis. So it's possible for you to poison
Hydrolysis.
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 Hydrolysis!
Of
course! Hydrolysis!
There we go.
Hydrolysis.
That's how you said it.
The chemical bonds that
Hydrolysis.
formed the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers.
Chloroform.
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Could be fact.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning. The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
I hate you.
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already!
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
No.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. All right, all the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
Still don't think so.
Well, but...
What? There's still more?
I mean, not all the mysteries have been solved yet. In the end, Nagito's motive is still unclear. Did he commit suicide just so he could kill every last one of us? Was that really his motive? Is that really okay?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
Nagito's motive. Nagito's malice.
What was he after?
Is this really okay? Can we really finish this here? No. That can't be.
There might have been an accomplice.
Huh. I just looked at Raul. He's got the biggest shit-eating grin right now. Oh my god.
Chiaki, what did you just say? If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
We found it in his cottage of all places. Did you just say the meat on the bone?
Yes.
Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
That's great. Harken back to the very first trial.
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
He can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
It's the bullshit case that never ends.
Is that the theme song for this?
Yes, especially
Yeah,
this
that was written on the
part.
warning label.
It's bullshit, it's the bullshit, Nagito's so full of bullshit.
Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cold place in a glass or plastic container, away from sunlight.
The container probably melted in the fire.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate. Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible! I mean, an accomplice? It is just too...
Like, does that really matter all that much? I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Ah, you're right! You're totally right! That's totally it!
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
We would all like that, wouldn't we? But we both know that that isn't the case. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get hurt anymore by hurting someone else. Everyone's tired. Tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. That's why I want to just rule this as Nagito's suicide. If I do that, nobody here has to get hurt. But...
That's no good.
One of you is a murderer.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh?
Hajime.
The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga.
Bullshit.
Hey, Hajime. How does it feel being a second-rate runner-up student? Your life is nothing. Have a hope bagel.
Still, that's pretty messed up.
Shut up! You just be quiet.
Oh! I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is? Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
Oh, sure.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing. And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
What is this feeling just now? Even though it was brief, it was like a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. Maybe what Akane said just now might be a new clue. From there I might be able to reach that answer. The way Nagito brought the poison, which means the thing he used as a container was... the fire grenades. I was right! Now I just have to make sure I don't fuck this up. Well, it was a valiant effort. There's an F. Oh! Okay, that was bull. Did you see that? I pushed the wrong button.
Actually says remember to focus. You're not gonna like being right.
I didn't think I would be. Need an N. So many G's!
You're
Oh, my N! There it is.
Granada!
It's down Granada!
Get that D.
Get that D-do. Oh, did you see how beautiful that was?
Boom, boom, boom. I got it! Fire grenade!
Oh, those last three were just like fluid.
I see. I got it.
Huh?
The fire grenades.
Keep that happiness, Jake. Keep that happiness.
No, 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 don't put that in the microwave. Father, no. Oh, no. No.
Keep going.
Oh, no, but the stream's gonna cut out. Oh, God, we might lose this. We might lose this.
It's gone!
We're gonna cut out the stream.
It's already gone.
No! No! How long is the microwave going on? Why is our microwave so many wattages? I don't even know why the hell it does this.
How long do you think it'll take you to bake cookies after it's done?
I don't know. I'll...
You could be a player.
Why are you cooking?
Try warming up something you made. Oh, Jake, I think it's back. Are we back? CJ, report. CJ, tell us. CJ, anyone? Gator! 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 Dog! Doggy! Doggy! The dude! You're such a good dog. Look at you. Look at you. You're such a good dog. What a good boy. You're such a good boy. You're such a good dog.
Are we still alive?
I think we're back.
Oh, thank God. Wait, are we back?
Yeah.
Hi, buddy. Stable for now? Okay.
Here's a dog.
Yeah, we got a dog here.
We got a pet. We got a pet down here. He's gonna bring Jake his happiness in the pits of despair. Oh god, he's trying to lick my face.
I'm gonna need dog hugs. Aw, hey little buddy.
Yeah, you're gonna need these dog hugs.
Am I?
You are.
Okay. Okay. So for those of you who are new to the stream, don't know why the hell my microwave is like this, but for whatever reason, when the microwave starts going, all electronic devices just cut off. Like my PS4 connection, phones, anything electronic just cuts off. No idea why. We definitely need a new microwave. We haven't gotten one yet. I'm just gonna stop rambling and continue on with my brilliant brainstorm that's gonna go divulge into immediate regret.
Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
Yeet!
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse, it can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
What?
In the one container.
Implying that it was only placed in one of them?
Bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
You! And how many of those did you find?
One.
So how many containers had the poison?
One. But which one? Which one, Raoul?
What was Nagito's ultimate talent again?
Ultimate lucky student. What are you getting at?
Just keep going.
Okay.
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
That is true, but there was
Remember my
no
theme song.
sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime, could it be?
It could be, dear Chiaki. It very well could be.
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Like a duster.
Seriously? That's impossible. Miss Sonia just said so right now.
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade. Huh?
Sonia's word.
Where's the litter box?
Back there to the left, so if it goes back there.
Just wanna make sure.
Oh wait, what happened? Sonia's words contain a clue that the contents of a fire grenades were swapped with poison.
I can prove it with this.
I can prove it with this.
I got it!
Take a look.
Oh wait, that's the
We
last
found
thing.
this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
At face value, it may look like a piece of trash.
Oh!
It may look like an ordinary penny, because it is an ordinary penny.
No, that is not just a piece of trash.
I'm a piece of trash.
The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping them.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide. Enough already!
You're right.
Here.
If the canister wasn't thrown away,
Come here, bud.
then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding. You're right. In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
How is it even more horrifying, Raoul?
What?
The truth is even more horrifying now.
What did you say?
That one of you
Hey,
committed a murder.
what are you planning to
Well,
say
true.
now?
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide.
No, it's not.
Chiaki?
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized
He
it.
made one of you kill him.
No! Oh my god, no!
It's the bullshit that never ends.
Wait, so you're saying whoever...
It's the bullshit that never ends.
So one of us unknowingly killed him?
It's the bullshit that never ends.
This is a 1 in 6 chance of a murderer then!
It probably...
And what's his ultimate
happened at the
talent
same
once
time.
again?
The ultimate lucky student.
I see.
Are you saying it was when we all threw the
Bullshit!
fire grenades?
Yeah, I think so.
Whoosh.
When
Are
we
we-
all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse, the poison was deployed. And it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
So... Are we all being tried as the... Well, no, there can't be... The blackened... There can't be... How many... Is there ever a rule that says there can't be more than one blackened? Well, no, it says that, the blackened is the one who actually commits the murder. All accomplices don't get any of that credit. So... It's not that we're all going to be tried, it's that the person who threw the poison-filled grenade is going to die. They technically are the ones that killed Nagito. The ones who, mind you, unknowingly threw the poison grenade is the murderer.
Everything else was regular water. Or empty, I think.
If that
Only
is
one had
true,
poison.
then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us.
What the heck?
So how do we then figure out who was the one who had the poisoned one?
Oh, don't worry.
One of us
Oh, God.
threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Did we knowledge? They couldn't knowingly have known which one, could
Hold on
they?
a sec. Then Nagito was...
It would mean
The despair.
he didn't kill himself.
Oh no,
You said so
Ready for
yourself.
despair?
No.
You said Nagito committed suicide.
Is everyone in chat ready to be filled with despair?
no.
Then who killed Nagito?
Could be any one of us.
You mean
No.
who's the actual killer,
It can only
right?
be one person.
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Huh?
Crap!
Oops. Who prepared it, Jake?
Oh fuck, sorry.
I see.
I'm sorry, I misread that.
What Ash was saying.
It
oh
was
God, no.
Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Yeah, it was Nagito, obviously. I just failed to remember that.
What's wrong, Ashley?
Then who set the warehouse
figure
fire
something
that
out?
caused one of us to throw the poison grenade?
Why don't you,
Who set the fire? It was Nagito.
I see.
That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
He put in the whole thing
I see.
from start to end.
Bastard.
Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
It was a trap,
A trap?
preparing the poison, creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
How do we know?
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
But the person who actually threw it, are they knowledgeable that they threw it?
Huh? Could it be? Was that Nagito's trap?
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do. And for that reason, he put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
What? What the hell?
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him? To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point.
What did CJ put to the chat?
I don't know.
CJ posted something.
All
CJ, what
the
are you
fire
doing?
grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor.
It's gotta be memes.
Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison.
God damn it, CJ.
And then,
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
God damn it, CJ.
Is that Nagito, like,
Yeah,
breathing in a fire hydrant?
breathing in poison.
Oh, it's not a fire hydrant, it's a fire extinguisher. But god damn it, CJ.
He let go of the cord
Hold on.
because he was
If
poisoned.
that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death.
Morgan! You made it for the fucking bullshit and despair! I'm so glad you're here. Now you can
It might be
suffer
the
with
poison's
Jake
fault he
and
let go of the
Ashley.
spear, but
And everyone
the
else.
actual
And
cause of
part of my
death
soul
could
can
be
die
either
again
one.
after I see this.
My god, I can die happy now.
even so,
I
the
thought I
poison is
got
what
that portion
caused him
back
to let go of the
after the
spear.
anime, but nope, it's gonna die again, and
It's-
it's gonna die when all three of us binge the anime.
It's just been festering in your gut, and it tried to crawl out, but now it's just forced back in there with the tapeworm.
That's right.
Oh,
Nagito's
you're not allowed to
killer
watch
is
the
the
anime
one
until
who
you're
made
telling me
him
more, you're
breathe
there.
the
I
poison.
know.
Are you fucking serious?
Are you?
We all.
Morgan, I'm ready to cry, smiley face.
I'm gonna tell you something
Was
after
his
this
trap
case is
all
over.
along?
Like, in chat or out of?
If you don't close the stream, I'll say in stream as well. So Morgan.
Even the wounds all
can
over his
hear it.
body. It was all to mess with the evidence for what actually
If you close the
happened.
stream, it's whatever. It's not that.
His
anything
true
really
goal
important.
was creating a murder that nobody can solve. He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved.
So Jake, what do you think Nagito's motive was?
I don't know.
As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope,
What's
a huge mystery
he trying to
comes
do?
along and slaps you in
whole
your
chapter.
faces.
In terms of us or as a whole, because he tried to blow up the island. Well, he threatened. Well, he tried to expose the traitor. Is that his motive? I'm assuming that this slow, menacing stare at me is, in fact, the truth. Now you're cocking your head to the side. That just solidifies it.
Is it?
He's trying to figure out who the traitor is.
For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be
I can
solved.
explain. So
Such
basically,
a
Morgan's
devious
asking for a
trick he
summary of
played
what
on
happened in the
you,
case.
as
Shit went down.
expected of
Yeah, shit went
Nagito.
down. We revealed that we at first thought Nagito committed suicide, but ended up not being a suicide because he had swapped out one of the fire grenades that was thrown into the fire to try to put it out with poison, which because of the
That's
heat turned it
totally
into a
messed
gas, which ended up poisoning him.
Fucked up.
And everything that happened in this case was planned by him from start to finish, even the part of his death, which
It
he
is
forced
my
someone
fault,
to kill him.
Because I told you all about the fire grenades.
Yeah, everything's just messed up.
I am so sorry. Please vote me as the killer.
Yes! I'm kidding.
That's not the fucking issue here.
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
That's right! There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras!
Yep.
Yes.
If Monokuma doesn't know, this trial doesn't count! Isn't that right?
He's literally about to say,
Oh, I know who did it.
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times. I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia. And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
Yes, it is exactly what you're thinking about.
How can you... You're so chill. I mean...
They are
how can you have
100%
such an awful
implying what you
power?
think they're implying.
she had to poop?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So, of course this trial still
Yes,
counts. Do your
We'll go
very
with that.
best to guess who the killer is.
Yes, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that?
Is giving up all we can do? No, it's too early to give up.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think. Really? Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning?
Comic!
I want to make sure my hunch is correct.
Really?
Hajime,
I think.
please.
Usually when they say that, it's usually the comic thing.
Yeah, usually, but like, usually we have the murderer revealed by that point. Even though I don't know who killed Nagito, it should be clear what kind of trap he set. I have to do it. Even if it leads to despair.
So I don't know if you noticed, but the
Let's
whole
do
time they've
this
been saying he laid a trap.
Yeah.
For who then?
We're closing argument already.
Yeah.
He laid a trap for the traitor, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
What was inside Nagito's fridge? I don't have that. Or was switching the poison, just the explosion. What's placed inside the break room? None of those. That's not one of those. What's beyond Mokuma's panel? The lighter. His whole body wasn't tied up.
No.
No. This one is, how did he support the
There we
spear?
go.
And then, in order to hurt himself, that, no.
Look at that panel too.
Which one?
The one where with the plushie. Look at that. Look at him. Look at him. Stab him. Going inside Nagito's fridge.
Still don't have that yet. Right before switching the poison.
He removed the lid. Because you can't pour it with the lid on.
Let's place inside the break room.
The lid. The lid. The lid. You actually thought I was giving you a hint?
No, you were confusing me, because I'm like, what the hell, why is he saying that? The lid. Okay, his whole body wasn't tied up. In order to hurt himself... Oh wait, no, that's...
What made the spear fall?
I let go of it. He let go of it, yeah. No, it's not that.
The reason we went to the warehouse was...
Not out because of a fire. In order to hurt himself. But that's right there, isn't it? I don't think it's the same. His whole body wasn't tied up. Eh? No. Okay. That's the poison.
Keep going.
Doesn't
Keep
it?
going. No. I think.
No, I don't think it is.
Sure.
No. Because the reason we went to the warehouse was because there was a... Because the throwing fire grenades one after another is right here.
You're right.
And the poison's gonna be right there.
Wait, what does it say? Go back.
This one?
Yeah. No.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Inside the thrown fire grenade was, I assume that's gonna be like poison or something.
Yeah, it's the poison.
Yeah, and that panel's already there. It has to be this one here, putting the duct tape over his mouth.
Probably?
In order to hurt himself, but that's about the knife.
Are you sure?
Maybe it's not. Maybe the knife just goes here. No.
Well, it's not. No. It's try to tape.
Tape here? Okay.
Yeah. So that way he doesn't scream.
Yeah.
So he doesn't scream.
You're right. That was my mistake.
No, you're fine.
Okay, so in the fridge was the poison. Alright, and then
it's the was it the other one? No, not that one. The one in the middle. Your answers.
What?
Your answers. The one in the middle.
This one? Video message? That wasn't.
That one. I think that's the next one you use.
His whole body wasn't tied up. That's.
No, not there. I think you use that one there.
Oh, the reason the warehouse was the video message. You're right. Right, last stock. This the poison's gonna be that one right there.
One. Mm-hmm.
And then we just have gas mask. This one is
No, Morgan. He didn't set the trap for the trader and get stuck in it. He set it. He purposely.
The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim.
There's no need to
Nagito
explain
Komaeda.
because Hajime Hinata is going to explain it for us.
Yeah, just listen to the explanation. If you still have any questions, Morgan, I'll
inside his
answer it.
cottage that he needed for his plan.
Tater's back
Monokuma's
to spare.
special poison, which he
Okay,
brought with
just
him
in
from the
time.
Octagon.
Just in time to help you out.
Using the
Ramen
gloves
here?
and gas mask that he got from the military base.
She's not here. I should say you should just go to Ramen. Should join us.
Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison.
So that would mean
When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence. The blue aluminum seal on the
Yeah,
grenade.
no, Morgan, he had the poison. He had the poison, he swapped it out without anyone knowing.
With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory,
They're all yelling
and put
at
it back
me.
with the rest of the grenades in the break room.
Oh lord.
The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere. While we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse.
What?
Did you notice something?
What?
They're all black.
In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line
Oh, you're
going from
right.
the door
Who's the blackened, so they're all blackened.
Oh, that's scary.
to the curtain
Except
and placed an
Nagito.
oil lighter in front of it.
It's like Nagito's the main character.
From there, Nagito set his insane plan in motion. First,
It's like
he
their
hung the
background
spear that he
characters
took
on
from
Ruby.
Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord.
Like from the first season.
They're background characters in Ruby.
Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his remaining arm and legs were tied up.
Tater.
Buddy. He's fine. Okay.
As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear. But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then, he did something no one could have predicted. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream,
That's insanity.
he stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs.
That's so like it's mental,
That's
Finally,
Nagito.
basically. Oh my god! Oh my god!
he propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade. He didn't just want us to think he was tied up. He also wanted us to think he'd been tortured. Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear.
Surprisingly.
His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin. Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse. But that was part of Nagito's plan. We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect.
It's a record.
Panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades.
You know what the worst part of this case is? You will never...
We then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply.
I still don't know.
You're right.
It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poison grenade that Nagito had prepared. The poison sank to the floor, instantly vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere. The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness. Which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach.
What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing?
This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone.
Yes. So who done it?
Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap.
True. We're all the killer?
Conclusion. The fact that we can't determine the killer's identity.
I don't need... Jake's the one that's going to need the help.
We are all the killer.
No.
This should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
Jake.
Yeah, but like, I can't determine who is
How
the
about
killer.
it,
Only one
Chiaki?
bottle was filled.
Will that help you figure out who the killer is?
Not everyone can throw the bottle. Oh, the air.
Chiaki?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
You say we just have to vote for someone?
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was? He said this to us earlier.
It's going to be fine. I'm pretty sure everything will work out in the end. After all, there's no way hope can lose. Absolute hope that can break through any despair can never lose in a place like this. And not only that, I believe in you all. I believe in the time we spent together.
That feeling of belief is at the heart of his trick. He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames. And he believed we'd fall into his trap. By believing in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
CJ needs a timestamp.
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart.
2 hours, 34 minutes. Some
I
seconds.
want you to try to remember what that is.
what Naito believed in.
What do you believe in? Fuck everything else.
I see!
Being the ultimate lucky student.
Nagito believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
After all the time we spent together, I believe in you guys. And more than anything, I believe in my ultimate luck.
Not being a good.
So, it's definitely going to be alright.
Guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
He's okay.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
This is important, Tater. Get off of him.
But, in his case, it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost seemed like he had blind faith in it.
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
Smack your head on my knee. What are you doing?
It wasn't life-threatening at all. It was just a little escape game that ended with some Russian roulette.
Russian roulette?
It's a game where you load one bullet in a gun, spin the cylinder, point it towards you, and pull the trigger.
Silly dog.
That's not a toy, Tater.
You really did it. So that's how you're supposed to play it. It would have been fine if I only used one bullet. Guess it was just as Monami said. Huh? I misunderstood and thought that I had to take one bullet out of the cylinder. So that's how I did it.
You only had a 1 in 6 chance of surviving.
But I'm still alive, after all. The only good thing about me is how lucky I am.
And he did the same thing when the first killing happened at the old building near the hotel. He depended on his luck and was able to get cleaning duty just as he wanted.
I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty. You just relied on your luck?
Didn't think I'd have to bring this voice back.
It's not just luck. It's true my talent is trash, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know. I'm left with the red mark?
For someone called the lucky student, you don't seem very lucky right now.
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty just like I wanted.
But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case.
I don't miss
this
Chef
time,
Boyardee.
right?
He has such a tragic story.
Yeah,
I
doesn't make
just
up for his
thought-
perverse comments.
It was strange that it doesn't connect to anything. He factored in his belief in us. But for some reason, he didn't factor in his own
Ah,
luck.
this dog hurts.
No, there's no way. I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about.
What did he do?
You know, he wasn't just after anybody.
He was after the
He
traitor.
probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
A target? Who?
The target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know it.
But do you know it?
That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student
He relied on his luck
and
to
incorporated
point out
that
who the
luck
traitor
into
was.
his plan.
But how did he point out the traitor?
As long as he had his luck, he believed the target
forced
he
the
was
traitor
after
to
would
kill
pick up the fire grenade.
He left his plan to luck?
So, being the ultimate lucky student, he literally relied that...
His luck would cause the traitor to grab the poison bottle and throw it, which caused him to die.
That's literally like Russian roulette. That's a 1 in 6 chance.
And who lived through Russian roulette?
He did. But he didn't live through this.
He didn't want to.
Clearly not.
He risked his
Remember what I
life
said
for
last
that?
session?
What?
The only way Nagito's going to die is if he wanted to die.
He
Yes.
probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
I'm getting really tired
is
of you
it?
fighting me.
Who's the target Nagito
You're
was
so
after?
freaking adorable, but you're such a little bitey bastard.
Yeah, he's after the traitor.
I see!
Stop being a little bitey bastard.
Ow! Stop biting.
traitor.
Tater,
Nagito
just
was
lay
after
down.
the traitor, huh?
You're hyper.
He relied
All of them
on
are-
his
all the
luck
tutors are
to
upstairs.
weed out the
All the
traitor.
tutors are upstairs.
To weed
Keep
out
a
the
tutor down
traitor.
here in case he does it again.
Nagito didn't know
Well,
who
he's-
the
he's
traitor
not
was
around
until
down
the
here
very
typically.
end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
Hey, okay, you're ruining this. Come on. We're going back upstairs. Upstairs. Now. Straight.
Okay.
The Doge is
Then
gone.
What he said in his video message.
Great, now my arms are slobbery.
It won't work with just any student handbook. If you want to disarm that bomb, you have to use the traitor's student handbook. To be honest, I found out who the traitor was after secretly monitoring everyone's activity. I was a little annoyed that they never came forward.
So he was just bluffing.
Right.
That's probably
You really
true.
didn't know?
By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
Then it's just as Nagito said at the beginning. His purpose was to weed out the traitor. If we just believed in what Nagito said, we would have reached the answer much quicker. The reason this took so damn long, was it really because we didn't believe in him?
But if he just wanted
That's
to
really
out the
short.
traitor, he didn't have to go this
Yeah.
far and
Only
make
2
that
hours.
person
probably
the
was one.
killer.
Only like roughly 3.
This was one of the shorter class trials.
Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that.
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair. That's something he'd say.
Yes, your overwhelming hope will defeat
Ronnie,
any
it looks like
despair.
you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your mouth shut.
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was
That was
to
bad.
make the traitor kill him.
Better not be bitey.
What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
He relied on his luck to aim for a target, but he didn't even know who he was aiming for. It sounds way too unbelievable to have actually happened, but
The only thing we can do is believe.
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck when we cast our votes.
But even if we do believe, what should we do? I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
You are absolutely right.
It's going on now.
It is hard to
Yeah.
think the traitor would
It's
reveal
calisthenics.
themselves now.
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened? Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
I doubt it.
Huh?
But they couldn't help it. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it. Because they weren't created to do that.
Chiaki?
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself.
That's why I want you guys to guess.
What?
You want us to guess?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
What? What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime? Who do you think the Future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
Seriously, why?
Who do you think is the traitor? Hajime, please.
No! I refuse to believe this! I refuse to acknowledge this as truth!
You want to tell them what I'm doing?
Raoul is currently on the couch, balled up in a ball of despair, and I am here just pounding my legs in frustration. I don't... I refuse this. I refuse.
I'm legitimately sad now. Know the answer, Jake. It's time.
She's fucking smiling. I'm crying.
Yes.
Oh, no.
It's
I'm on the floor! I'm not getting up! No! No! Tater, come over here right now! Tater, come here!
I'm gonna press the X button and take control so Jay can just watch from here.
No! Not my waifu! I have your underwear!
Yeah, I'm incredibly depressed now. Like, I'm legitimately depressed again. I was depressed when this first happened, when I played through it, and now I'm just really depressed again.
Do it. Just do it. Just get this rip it off like a band-aid.
You were the traitor?
No!
Please! Hold on!
Aw, you totally guessed right.
No!
Just as expected. Yep, you're correct. I'm the traitor.
No, you're not!
The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
No! Damn it! Why? This is nonsense. Why? Stop biting me! Why does this make sense? Fuck, that was skin! Ow!
Tater! Tater!
Upstairs. Get upstairs.
Fuck, man, this is the second time I've been depressed this week. First was episode Ignis, now this.
Hey.
Okay, continue.
Are
Jake's
you
now
being
wrapped up in a
serious right
blanket.
now?
It's my despair blanket. It's my safety blanket.
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right? Surely you must be joking.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean? Up till now, you've been tricking us?
We were not tricked! After all, we have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki, being a traitor, being a
someone
member
named
of that
Robot in
horrifying
Pajamas says
Future
yes, yeah.
Foundation.
Oh, is that Mike? No.
No.
Robot in Pajamas? I just guessed Mike because robot.
Robot in pajamas. It could be Mike. I don't know. Hi, Robot in Pajamas. Welcome to the stream. I have no idea who you are because all of my thought processes have gone down the drain and I'm just sulking.
Yeah, we're both very depressed. right now.
I'm very depressed.
Let's continue this.
God.
Let's
That
get
is
to the
obviously a
level
lie.
with being depressed and end this stream.
Please, wait! The Future Foundation isn't what you think it is!
That could be anyone.
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
No, I have nothing more to say.
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity, so the only thing left to do is vote.
Hold on! We're not satisfied yet!
If you say you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that will help us understand. We cannot go until we are satisfied. That is what you said earlier, Chiaki.
Hey, if you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
It's weird, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out yourself.
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that? Maybe I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost.
Huh?
Hey, Hajime. Can you do me a small favor?
Favor? Me?
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
I don't want to do that.
What? What are you saying? Why do I have to do that?
I want to explain everything to you guys, but as I expected, that's rather difficult. That's why the only thing I can do is plead with you. I want you to do it. I believe you can prove it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's no way I can do that.
I'm very sorry, but this is the only way. So please.
No.
Looks like we gotta do what we can. It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming it.
I have no
If
idea
she
who
was
this guy is that's just feeding
disguised or
off of my
something,
depression.
It's Mike.
This would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
She's not disguised at all. 'Cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
Monami?
Too bad. I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all.
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
I've always been alone. I have no friends.
Oh no, she's pulling a Mekon.
Anywhere. That's why I have no relation to Chiaki whatsoever.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
Damn it.
Chiaki isn't my friend. I hate Chiaki so much.
Monami and Chiaki's relationship, proving it here. Is that the only way? Oh, we're PTAing against Monami?
Oh, here, that's you.
Hajime, you stupid face! Let's all get along. I won't let you. Let's all get along. Burst open and mix. I can't lose. Hajime, you stupid face! I won't let you. Burst open and mix. I'll lower your grade. Disappear. Hajime, you stupid face. Let's all get along. I'll lower your grade. Chiaki and I aren't best friends.
This is the end!
When we investigated Nagito's cottage, I discovered a notebook with the new Sami logo on it. That's your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole from you.
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
That's right! Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring it here today.
Of course you did.
So sudden?
Give me that notebook!
I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monica showed up and things turned bad. Yakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired.
Huh? What is this? Is this Monami's diary?
Is the traitor's identity written in here?
Nagito was probably looking for that too. So that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. Of course, Nagito wouldn't know either. However, it's different for me.
You know?
It took me this long, but I finally understand.
The truth is I might have already known the moment I found this notebook. It's just I wanted to turn my eyes from the truth it contained. Now I clearly know. I can't help but know.
First of all, this isn't Monami's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Then the one who wrote this is...
Someone connected to Monami. Meaning, it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it.
If so, is this like a report that the traitor was sending to Monami?
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monami?
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know.
What?
I don't remember this one.
I don't know either. And we can't look. Can we look at that? We can't look at evidence right now, can we?
No, I think it's Final Dead Round?
This is implying a memory that only me and...
Chiaki.
Would it be a future goal? No.
Damn it!
Wait, press square, press square. Dennis thinks it's the Final Dead Room. Wait,
I'm pretty sure it's Final
Just
Dead
go to
Room.
Truth Bullets, and then go down to the, Can you read the notebook at all? Okay, it doesn't...
Yeah, I think it's just
It's just Final Dead Room, yeah.
Because those are you're the only ones that talk about it, I think.
Yeah.
Because I think it was like,
In the
what,
notebook,
wasn't it like
there
you
was a
were going to try to
specific
do
entry.
it and then she stopped you?
Oh my God, you're right.
And she wrote about that?
She did write about that. No. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go into the final dead room today. He's probably panicked because no one believes him.
There it is. It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room.
But
the
Chiaki
only
stopped
one who knew
him.
that.
Oh my God. You can't do that. You shouldn't go in there. You won't find what you're looking for.
That's right. The only person who knew that is Chiaki. That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
There must be some mistake. I mean, if Chiaki is the traitor, what was all that time we spent with her? Was that all a lie too?
Miss Sonia.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
It's really stupid to be fighting over something like this. Yeah, she actually put it up to the bomb without... Yeah. I guess that was kind of draw suspicion away from her at the moment.
Kill them all the one way to be sure.
And that's when I killed them, Your
Now
Honor.
that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only react to the trader's handbook.
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
She knew? That is a mistake! That must be a mistake! Why are you saying such things? Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor?
I don't want her to be the traitor at all.
None of us do.
Can we rescind this, please?
No.
Can I demand a
believe
recount?
Can't.
I refuse to believe Chiaki is a traitor!
Me too.
There is just no way!
I did.
I don't want to believe it either. I don't want to believe, but...
Then nobody will be saved.
What the hell are we doing now?
I'm pretty sure Sonya's account.
About the bomb?
Chiaki is not the traitor!
She's gonna be like, how could she know if the bomb
When
was
we were
fake?
trying to turn off the bomb,
The bomb was there.
didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me when I tried to detonate it.
Unless you know a whole lot
Oh, no,
about
it faded away.
bombs.
Of course.
There's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
Chiaki is not the.
When we were trying to turn... Didn't Chiaki use the...
If she's a traitor, there's no way Chiaki that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was me when I tried to
That's not it.
He's not even confident when he yells it. He just... Oh my god, he sounds so broken.
That's not it. Sonya shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake. Monami was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so
Morgan,
yourself.
this is... She's gonna get a punishment. It's not... It's never anything good.
Is that true, Miss Sonia?
Chiaki heard about it from Monami. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because if I had said that, I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monami.
I do not want to hear that!
No, I don't want to do this right now!
Enough already. Please do not say another word. I do not want this anymore. I am so very tired of doubting people.
Sonya.
And just because she knew the bomb was a fake does not mean we should decide she is the traitor!
Music.
This is so sad.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too.
Yeah, it's like a mental gun.
After
It's not
all,
a real gun.
I also knew the bomb was fake.
Oops. I ran out of cuts. Just panicking pretty badly. I won't have enough words if I counter her right away.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake,
I think that was a
that
hint
does
to say
not
that
prove
not to say
Chiaki
it
is the
also.
traitor.
Wait, really?
If
think.
that counts as evidence,
Because some of the
I
bigger
should be
ones
doubted
caused
too.
like, a lot of cuts.
after all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
No, it's just enough.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
It's literally just enough.
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma.
Yeah, no, like, we're all broken
Monokuma
here.
said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki
No, he
that it
didn't
was
say-
fake
didn't tell
beforehand.
anyone.
If so, you could not declare that. Monami and Chiaki were working together.
I don't...
Let's keep going. Just in our chat.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island.
No? Okay.
No, it's not that one.
Alright, it's not that statement.
There was someone other than me and
He
Monami
says, he tells her.
who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier. He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand.
Oh my lord.
You're right. Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake. But Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either.
Where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used? I wonder. If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base. To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes. You should have said so earlier. Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just telling you now for the first time. Phew, I feel relieved.
That... Monokuma may have just been lying.
No, he won't lie at times like this. You already know that.
Hajime, are you going to believe Monokuma over Chiaki?
That's not it.
It's just, even if Chiaki is the traitor, is it really okay to vote for her? That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck, right?
That's not it.
Telling us to trust his luck? Are you telling us to entrust our lives to that bastard?
There's no way I can believe in Nagito.
I'm telling you, that's not it. We shouldn't believe in Monokuma or Nagito. We have to believe in Chiaki.
Huh?
It doesn't matter who the traitor is. Even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole time. That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life. So the only thing we can do is believe her. If we don't, nobody's going to be saved.
Damn it.
Hey, can you listen to me a little? There's nothing to be sad about, you know? 'Cause this is different from what happened before. Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone. You guys can stay alive by believing in me.
Are you telling us to believe in you and sacrifice you? That is just too cruel.
I'm sorry.
Chiaki!
Monami, I'm sorry too. You're probably gonna get scolded by a lot of different people for this, but still, I want to protect everyone by any means, and I'm happy that I'm able to do that.
It's not up to me to decide whether that's right or wrong. However, I believe it's truly amazing that you were able to think like that. We could even call this a miracle.
Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know?
I know. It's voting time, right?
Hey, Chiaki.
You don't have to worry. Believe in me, and cast your vote.
Damn it!
Why did it end up like this?
I don't care.
B for bullshit.
It's not fair. I feel the same as everyone else. There's no way I can agree to this. Emptiness, loneliness, sadness. But most of all, I'm ashamed of my weakness. But even so, I have to move forward. If we believe in the person who's urging us forward, then we have to start walking. And believe with as much hope as possible in what lies ahead. I'm already crying. Stop smiling at me.
Even so.
Man, I'm pooped. Let's go ahead and announce the result. The traitor from the Future Foundation and Nagito Komeda's killer is... Chiaki Nanami.
Damn it!
Are you serious? That was correct?
Yeah.
The fact that Chiaki was a traitor, the fact that Nagito's crime depended entirely on his luck. Everything was true?
Damn it.
That means that bastard managed to pull it off.
Congratulations, everyone.
Damn it.
We're not celebrating at all.
Damn it!
Let me ask you one more time. Are you really part of the Future Foundation? An agent of the organization that brought us to this island? Is that really your true identity?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys.
What?
That is...
I cannot believe it, even though I do not want to believe it. There is no choice but to believe, right?
I'm sorry.
It would have been better if I could have said it sooner, but I couldn't say it no matter what.
'Cause...
I can't betray the Future Foundation. Can't betray?
Well?
Even if you want to fly, you can't, right? Even if you want to swim there where you please, you can't, right? It's the same for me. Due to the nature of my existence, I will never be able to betray the Future Foundation. What the heck? But in the end, you did something similar. What you did is no different than sharing your secret yourself. You're right.
Why?
Now's not the time to be laughing.
Well?
Strangely enough, I don't have any regrets. In fact, I'm somewhat happy. I was able to think I want to protect everyone. That's why I feel proud of my actions. You're still saying things I don't get, but if we ask you anything, you're not gonna answer, right? Like if we asked why you were in the Future Foundation and stuff.
I'm sorry.
That is...
Even if you were a traitor, you never betrayed us. Chiaki, you will always be our friend, even now. We don't blame you for this. That's why you don't need to apologize.
Yeah.
So the traitor was revealed, and Chiaki lost. In the end, it all went according to Nagito's plan, huh?
Like...
About that. Was that really Nagito's goal? Is it really okay to say he was trying to find the killer and eliminate them? If so, isn't it strange? Strange?
So...
We nearly lost, right? If Chiaki hadn't said anything, we definitely would have lost. You've raised a good point. That's exactly it. Even though Nagito said he would weed out the traitor, he never said he would kill the traitor. Huh?
Yes, indeed.
Congratulations! You successfully stopped Nagito's plan. mean, Nagito's plan was to reveal the traitor. And kill everyone else besides the traitor.
Huh?
Kill everyone else besides the traitor?
Are you serious?
That was Nagito's goal?
Huh?
Why would he do something like that? Of all to form a plan that only the traitor would survive. Is that bastard really that twisted?
Nope.
It's okay.
Well?
It's not just Nagito's fault. If the circumstances had been different, he probably wouldn't have taken things so far.
Chucky!
You really are a kind-hearted person.
You think so?
I wonder where you get your personality from.
Perhaps.
Maybe your dad and our big brother. Don't you think?
Hey, come on now.
That's totally ripping off Teru Teru.
I can't lose!
I cannot lose to Chiaki. Just like Chiaki and everyone else, even if I know it's a fight I cannot win.
Hi-ya!
I must try to retaliate.
Huh?
Retaliate.
I will no longer let you do as you please.
Oh, please.
Stupid! Stop! What are you doing?
As they say, we shall die together.
She's
What'd you
self-destructive.
say?
What's going on?
Huh?
Monokuma, like, died.
No, no!
I'm not dead! A new one fucking came out!
Phew!
That surprised me. If only I didn't have a spare, I would have died.
I can't lose.
I'm not dead yet.
Hey, wait, is she gonna do it again? Oh my god.
If I don't beat you, nobody can live in peace.
Stop it, I say! I'm sorry, I lose! Forgive me!
We're just gonna keep doing this, aren't we?
Hey, not yet.
Stop it! If you don't do it right now, it's all gonna be destroyed!
I won't forgive you.
I'm doing it so you'll all be destroyed. I will be the one to protect my
I
students.
won't let you.
I'll protect them with my life.
Monami, you...
Hey!
How many of you are still there? You might as well come out all at once.
Ooh, how exciting.
Not that much. Just around... Oh god, that's a lot. That's a 10 with 60 zeros.
What did you say?
What?
1 million? 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion, 1 quadrillion. Jump ahead. Oh my god, that's a lot of... That's 10 to the 60th power.
Hey!
You're still joking around. You sure have quite the daring spirit.
Too bad.
I'm not joking. Didn't you see that scene? While you're doing this, my clones are continuously and endlessly created in the Monokuma manufacturing facility.
That's wrong.
Those were just stuffed animals.
That's right. I took my own hands, they're just plushies.
Damn it!
You're just bluffing, Monami, finish them off.
Hey,
He was just a plushie as long as you give it Monokuma's personality. It becomes a fully developed Monokuma. What did you say? There's no way that's possible, it's not even magic.
Magic, huh?
Could it be?
Have you already obtained that much power?
Hey!
If you bring up magic so suddenly, we're gonna be so confused. Unless you mean magic and technology sense, we won't understand this at all.
Hey!
Don't tell me they're not gonna call this magic or something.
I
don't care how you interpret it.
In the end, even if Monami risks her life or does whatever, it doesn't matter to my army of 10 to the power of 60 strong! There's no value in that life you're risking. So how about this? This overwhelming despair! Does it make you dizzy from excitement? What's this?
And how many Monamis are left to challenge my army of 10 to the 60th power? You don't have to say anything. I know. You have just 10 more left, right? I am the conqueror of the new world!
I can't lose.
You're gonna have no chance of winning,
It's okay, Monami. Well,
It's not about giving up, you know.
let's believe in them.
Let's believe in everyone and leave the rest to them.
Right?
Damn it.
What the hell's going on? I do not know for certain, but the only thing I can say is...
Please listen!
Monokuma is an enemy of the Future Foundation.
Like...
Does that mean there's another organization that's our enemy besides the Future Foundation?
This is bad.
We're in this situation because we're caught up in a dispute between these two organizations? That's it! Let's just leave the talk for later! because... No! Ugh. Just a little more time. To wait or not to wait, that is the question. But which will cause more despair? You know, right? There's no way I'd wait. I haven't...
I'm sorry.
There's nothing else I can say. I'm not allowed to say anything more than I already have. No,
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
No!
Special bleeding service!
He's killing Monami too?
Mm-hmm.
All 10 of them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry, Morgan.
Huh?
But you get to feel despair too.
But Monami's not
You're not escaping this, Morgan.
Oh no. Why even Monami? Just a 2-for-1 special. I could have killed the thing anytime I wanted since she's not a student. I don't need anybody that will defy me anymore.
Uh-huh.
Also, I remember now. I'm an only child.
That is...
What is that? It's okay. Even if I'm here, I'd be a burden anyway. And not just that. I decided to believe in everyone.
You guys, I'm sorry about so many things. I'm sorry for lying to you. I'm sorry. I couldn't protect you to the very end.
Just one last time, let me say something that makes me sound like a teacher. There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you. When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people, and feeling jealous of everyone. But still, it doesn't have to be like that. Even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone that you can be proud of. 'Cause you yourself are your biggest supporter. If you can learn to love yourself, that love will continue to support you for the rest of your life. Love, love.
Bye, everyone. It's okay. A shining future will always be waiting for you.
No.
It's true. It's absolutely true. 'Cause I know.
Bye-bye. Please don't forget about your teacher.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
I don't want this. I don't want this at all.
Poop.
No. No. What the fuck? No. No.
Galaga.
God, it is Galaga. Oh no.
There's one more to me. 2, 3, 4.
No. Go. Go, baby girl, go. Run. Oh god, it's Pac-Man.
Waka waka.
No, don't pull a Star Wars. Don't let the walls close in.
No.
Help. No.
Hope you like Tetris.
No. Oh, shit. Oh, God, no. No. Oh, no. No.
Only one more than you left.
No. Oh, no, 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 no. No. Oh. Oh. Even until the very end, I couldn't look away from Chiaki's final moments. Without realizing it, I had fallen to my knees. A feeling of powerlessness spread throughout my body. It's over. It just had to end. Before I could ask what I needed to ask, before I could say, Chiaki vanished before my eyes, and I couldn't even tell her thank you. If I'd said that, would she have been comforted a little? As she was executed as the traitor, would she have been comforted a little? I don't know. My chest just hurts.
I don't believe it!
Get the fuck out of here, you...
What? Phew.
Huh? Does that mean? All the obstacles that have been keeping us stuck on the island are completely gone.
Hey!
We can really leave this island?
I shall now present.
It's the end of the killings. You 5 have survived, and so now I shall give you the right to graduate. Thank you for all your hard work. Are you really okay with that? What do you mean? There are still 2 days left. If you were acting like your usual self, you would be setting things up to another killing happening right away. What if Mr. Monokuma changed his mind? You said you 5 like you were emphasizing that part. Does the number of people matter more than the remaining time? You're saying it's the end already, even though there are still 2 days left, right?
Huh?
There are 5 people left? You plan to make a volleyball team? Shut up. Fool. Hi, Nekomaru. Good to see you. Don't stay quiet. Say something. What's your actual purpose? You're our enemy and an enemy of the Future Foundation, so what's your true identity?
Hey,
If the Future Foundation is the world ender, then I will end the new world that the Future Foundation has created. Huh?
No.
You just have to look forward to the rest after the countdown ends. That timer has almost reached 0. If it reaches 0, everything will end. The Future Foundation's lame plan will be nothing but toilet bubbles.
Hey,
And when that time comes, you'll know everything. You'll see all of your questions answered in one go. You guys will find out for yourselves just how messed up this new world is.
Hey.
Don't go saying new shit all of a sudden.
Yep.
Just in the remaining 2 days until the countdown reaches 0 as a bonus.
Yeah.
You should enjoy your life on this tropical island to the fullest. Because once you leave the island, your hopeless lives back home will be waiting for you. Monokuma's boisterous laugh carried on for what felt like forever. Our questions, our worries, our sadness were simply ignored. The laughter just kept going forever. As for what we did afterwards, it doesn't matter at all. I returned to my cottage for the time being and fell asleep. Even after I woke up, my will to move my body didn't come back.
How do you save? Is there a way to save now?
Yeah, I think you just press square, then you can...
You want to save now, or?
Well, isn't it the end of the chapter?
Maybe?
Does it go into chapter 6?
I don't remember. Probably?
That's why.
I think there is.
Yeah. If it goes into, like, a random scene, like free time or something, I'll just... I was somehow trying to endure the long day. The sun finally set. Wow, I just stayed in my room for the whole time. I haven't heard Monokuma's announcement. I guess that isn't needed anymore. Is everything really going to end? What is everything anyway? How far? How much is everything? If we leave this island, is everything going to end? There's still so much we don't know. About our school memories, the Future Foundation, Hope's Peak Academy, Monokuma's true purpose. Can we really end this and turn our backs on all that? And not just that, if we're really leaving, then where are we going? To Hope's Peak Academy? That was my last night at Jabberwock Island. At a place where my worries didn't even matter, everything was about to end. run out of time. It's over.
Still got 8 hours. 8 hours and 55 minutes.
You kidding me?
Oh, not in the game. No, that was on the timer.
Oh, okay.
No. Yeah, no. The game's over. Next chapter.
I've gotten all the Monokumas so far, but apparently there's one more chapter, so I have to look out for 5 more Monokumas. It's the last day, according to Monokuma. Suddenly my body shuddered. Right when I opened my eyes, I was gripped by a fear that I had never felt before. A fear like I had been abandoned in this world, completely, utterly alone, with nobody left on this island. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, Sonia, everyone was gone and I couldn't find them anywhere. I suddenly couldn't believe in anything, like everything in this world was nothing but lies. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. Why does it keep repeating? What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is going on? I'm not okay.
Paper Mario.
I randomly ran into her.
Hello there.
Get the f-
What's going on, ladies and germs? He's back.
What the hell is happening? What do you mean?
See? Well?
What the fuck?
Perhaps.
Nagito's will? Where is it? What the fuck is happening right now?
Well, it'd be nice to answer that. But...
No, do we have to save it right now? Do we have to?
Yep.
Why?
Because...
But the 6th chapter hasn't started yet!
If you don't know there's a 6th chapter. This could go on for like another 5 hours.
But Raoul, why is Chiaki there?
You'll find out next time.
No.
Stream it tomorrow.
I'm supposed to leave them on a cliffhanger, and I can't stream tomorrow.
Stream Monday.
I don't know. Oh god.
Next time.
Just end my suffering.
Bye, guys.
Just end the stream. You gotta press the share button and then stop the broadcast. We'll just push it once.
Oh, just push it?
Yeah, just push it, then then click X, and then click X again, and then we're gone.
Surprise you don't just have it set so you hold it.
Yeah, whatever.